Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the fourth-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping themselves coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! Will he get it for the state championship?
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt for Laurel Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Laurel High School, it's high school football on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's the quarterfinals of the WPIAL 2A championships between Serra Catholic Eagles and the Laurel Spartans. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, Joseph's Marcus Place, Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George, The Red Zone, Pontus Insurance, The Crane Room, something for your wall photography, Tri-County Principals, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. The Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Continenza, along with Lee Moe, bringing you tonight's ball game here from Laurel as we get to the quarterfinals here of the 2A championship.
We just were talking about this earlier that, remember, our first broadcast here was the scrimmage.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in early September. It's like, oh, my gosh, it's quarterfinal action. Of course, we say this every year, too. It's like, I can't believe how quick it's gone. But this is going to be the best, on paper, the best matchup here in the 2A. This is going to be a dynamite matchup. You and I got a chance to see Serra Catholic last week, and oh my gosh, are they quick! And Laurel just keeps on rolling and rolling. They can, we'll get in during our pregame show. It's going to be a fun one. Good matchup here tonight for sure.
Yeah, Laurel comes in 11-0, 7-0 in the conference, and Serra Catholic 11-1 overall, 4-1 in the Allegheny Conference in the WPIAL. Lee, when you look at these two teams, you mentioned earlier that the speed factor, of course, for Serra Catholic, but you also have the ball control offense coming up here from Laurel Spartans.
Yeah, before I mentioned that, I just want to make sure this is the LGKG pregame show. Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for free consultation. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Yeah, we saw that in full effect last week. The backup last week, the backup quarterback, Elijah Ward, he ran for a touchdown last week. We saw Farrah Fisher, he ran for a touchdown last week. And we also, Terrell Booth, we saw the Quan Chatfield. But they weren't just running for touchdowns. They were breaking. I mean, they were just flying, beating everybody by 10 yards. This team is very, very quick, and if they have any kind of a hole, look out. They're off to the races. But the big story tonight, it looks like, at least we don't have an official word yet, but the regular quarterback, Max Rocco, was warming up and taking full reps. So we will see. He's the 7th leading passer in the WPIAL, 1,645 yards, 23 TDs on the year, and he's a big boy. He looks bigger than 6 foot. But he's listed at 6 foot 181 on the roster. But he looks a little bit taller than that and a little bit bigger than that. But he's getting some D1 looks is Max. So he's getting. Where's my notes here for Mr. Rocco? Yeah, Mr. Rocco. He also worked with Walt Harris, believe it or not. Did Max Rocco. Walt Harris, the ex-pick coach. His dad Vince played for Gateway that lost in the championship game in 1984. So a little bit of history there for Max Rocco. But he's getting some. I still call it 1AA. I don't know what you.
I call it 1AA.
Yeah, it's officially FBS.
Yes, FBS.
Whatever.
It's championship actually.
Whatever it is,
FCS.
FCBS. Whatever
FCS,
it is. 1AA. But just to say he's talented.
Yes.
And he's got a strong arm and he's got good, big play capability. I mean, he's averaging close to 15 yards of completion. So this kid's a real deal.
And, of course, this matchup will face the winner of the Stro Rocks Mohawk matchup in this bracket.
Yeah, Stowe Rocks coming up at the number 2 seed. Everybody thought that they were going to be the number 1 seed, but the brackets came out, and surprisingly, Steel Valley turned into the number 1 seed after the victory over Serra Catholic. So Serra Catholic, if you base it on that, they had a chance to be a number 1 seed.
Right.
I mean, if you look at it if you look at it that way. But they lost. They were undefeated, but they lost to Steel Valley. Steel Valley convincingly beating them 28-7 the last game of the year, and that vaulted Steel Valley into the number 1 seed. So, as you said, Steel Valley taking on Southside, and then the upstart New Brighton Lions, the upset over previously undefeated number 4 Washington Little Prexies, 23-22, I think it was the score there, and they're going to be taking on the 5 seed Beaver Falls, and then the other side, the top part of the bracket, you already mentioned Stowe Rocks taking on Mohawk, so it should be a interesting night. And I said on paper, this looks like the most competitive game, but anything can happen at any time.
All right, let's take our first time out of the LGKG pregame show. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kurtwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kurtwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kurtwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. AG-rated attorneys and super lawyers Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are keeping promises for over 80 years. Call them at 724-201-1576 and let their team of attorneys guide you through the legal process And visit them online at lgkg.com. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. We're trying cases, and insurance companies know it. Well, Lee, when you look at these two teams that they match up, we talked about it in the first break, how they're kind of opposites of each other. One is more of a speed team with big play possibilities, though they have been able to really show both sides of the ball, running and throwing, in their offense. But when you look at Laurel, their main weapons are their quarterback and their running back, and Luke McCoy, who's rushed for 1,720 yards, currently third in the WPIAL, and then Kobe DeRosa at quarterback, rushing for over 1,000 yards and is currently 21st.
You trying to set me up. You said big play possibilities. Yes, Luke McCoy does have breakaway speed, okay? I'll say it again. He has breakaway speed, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding. I got blasted, as I said, for that. But unfortunately, yeah, Luke McCoy has been fun. He's been fun to watch. I mean, we call him more of a north-south rusher, but he's shown his speed too. I mean, like you said, he is definitely the workhorse. He said 1,700 yards rushing on the year for Luke, and on how many carries does Luke have? That's 139 carries. He's averaging 12 and a half a carry.
That's amazing,
which is insane. Yeah, and then you look at Luke. Then you look
DeRosa
at Kobe
has
DeRosa.
almost 10 yards.
He's averaging 10 yards a carry. Who just broke over 1,000 yards. So you don't not too often in high school that you have two 1,000-yard rushers, and that's what Laurel has here. But Kobe can do it in the air too. I mean, he's 35 of 52. Do the math. That's at least 60%. Passing, he's thrown for close to 600 yards, 6 TDs. The guy's got a good arm too, and he'll be looking for Mike Pasquarillo. He's the leading receiver. He's averaging 16 a catch. He's got 14 receptions and averaging 16 a catch, but he's usually the guy he's going to go to. But this team can score with the best of them. I mean, they put up a lot of points, and they can run the ball. And we talked before we went on the air that the Shannock moved the ball on the Serra Catholic defense last week.
They did.
They really ran the ball well. This is what Laurel does well. They run the ball extremely well. Serra Catholic had problems with the Steel Valley running game, and that's why they got beat against Steel Valley. So it's contrast of styles here. You know, Laurel likes to run the ball, and then Serra Catholic, I think you're going to see try to air things out with their big play guys.
Yeah, Logan Ayers has 181 yards receiving, and Luke McCoy is third in receiving with 104 for the Spartans. And you just look at the Spartans, this tells this whole story we've been talking about just on the yardage. But when you look at the touchdowns that McCoy has, he has 30 touchdowns on the season, and DeRosa 17. 47 touchdowns between two players.
That's pretty good. So hopefully neither one of them are going to get hurt here because they need them, because if one of them go down. Of course, Chase Tinsman's come in. He's the backup quarterback for Laurel. He's done a nice job when he's had to come in the backup duties. Played a little bit last year when Kobe was out. So, I mean, hopefully we will not have to see Chase tonight. He'll be in the defensive mode for Chase. But Kobe has been playing very, very well. It's a senior year. This could be their last game ever on this Laurel Spartan field, so that's a little bit of extra motivation. And how about this year? Usually the quarterfinals, it's all neutral sites except the teams with the byes. This year they're giving the higher seeds that home field advantage. It's a nice added addition for Amy Schumer and the commissioner of the WPIAL. So adding that luxury this year. So
I like it.
Yeah, I do like it. You reward the higher seeds, and why not? That's what you play for all year long.
Right.
I mean, they deserve the home field, and plus you get bigger crowds too, and I think they're looking for that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Little revenue never hurts.
Yeah. Well, the PIAA volleyball matches, they always put the neutral sites in the first round, but now they're making the teams, like I just did NA volleyball the other night. State College had to come into Wexford. You know, normally that would be a little bit closer, like a little bit mid, but now it's
between
like first
the two,
round.
Yeah.
We want to bring – that's my opinion anyway. They want a little bit extra money, because the home team's going to support it instead of having two teams travel. But, I mean, I get it.
I get it, too. And I think it is a good reward for the higher seed teams who have really performed well all season and have one extra opportunity to perform before the home fans and then go neutral fields for the last two rounds. And obviously, or I should say the semis, and then get to the the championship round.
Yeah, unfortunately, Stowe Rocks cannot have a home game because they've been having some issues down at Stowe Rocks High School, outside the high school, so the schools chose not to play their games. And in Steel Valley, their field problems, so they're not hosting a game. And then Beaver Falls, they play all their games at Geneva,
so
which is right down the road, but
exactly.
still. So this is technically the only
home game.
Home game, But in the field, even after all the rain, looks like it's in pretty good shape here tonight. So it definitely looks in mid-season form, meaning it's worn, but it's still in good shape, though.
As we mentioned earlier, last week we got to see Elijah Ward at quarterback for Serra Catholic.
He was good.
And, yeah, he was pretty impressive. But this week we're looking to see regular starter Max Rocco back in for Serra Catholic, who has thrown for 1,645 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions, Lee. Obviously a leader of this team and did a great job. Probably desperately wanted to play last week, was unable because of an injury. But you look at this week, and we've seen him in pregame warming up, and it looks like all indications that he will be on the field here tonight.
Indications, yeah. We don't have anything official. We did not go down and talk to the coaches before the game, so. But, I mean, he has his game face on. He's got his eye mark on. So, I mean, he looks like he's ready and suited to play. We do not know why he missed last week. Maybe he got banged up against Steel Valley. That's the only thing we know, that they did not play. But Elijah Ward didn't miss a beat, did he? Elijah's more of a dual threat guy. Max Rocco you're not going to see him running for 50 yards. Yeah, you're going to see him passing for 50 yards. I mean, Ward we saw do both. But, Max, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play tonight. He shown a strong arm in practice. Really enjoyed watching him warm up, and he looks like he's the real deal. They said he's getting those D1
I'm kind of curious to see how their offense runs with him at the field general. I mean, last week Ward did a fantastic job filling in for him, but he also threw up a couple what we call kind of 50-50 jump balls that his receivers were able to make great plays on and turn them into big plays. Take nothing away from completion is completion, as you know.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see how the dynamics change when they have their true number one at quarterback.
And defensively, how do you stop this team? Because with the speed on the outside, it's going to be tough to blitz because you don't really want to go man-to-man on these guys because of the speed factor. These guys can just fly right by you. So how much do you play safe? How do you play a prevent? I mean, you don't. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Laurel's going to have their hands full. So it would be interesting to see what kind of scheme they have to stop the Steel Valley offense.
When you look at his receivers, you got Micaiah Brooks, Dutrell, and Javon Holt, Terrell Booth, and, of course, Fannin. Not Fannis. I lost his name. Excuse me.
Farrah Fisher?
Farrah Fisher. Excuse me. Yeah.
And look at the stats real quick. Terrell Booth, he's averaging 21 a catch. Javon Holt, he's averaging 20 a catch. Amir Spencer, he's averaging 17 a catch. Fisher, he's averaging 21 a catch.
Yeah.
Recognize the theme?
Yeah, they're throwing downfield. And we've seen that last week. I mean, they did do – They did use their speed sometimes for a close, maybe a quick outer or a screenplay, but for the most part, they threw downfield. It was not a, get the ball quickly out of the hands of the quarterback and let some of their athletes from the outside make big plays. They were running downfield, making big plays.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun thing to watch for sure. I mean, but Laurel's defense, they've been playing well all year long. I mean, they've been shutting teams down, but they're going to have, have their hands full here tonight. So but it should be a good one, though.
Yeah, Farrah Fisher with 132 yards also rushing. Tyrell Booth, 13 touchdowns. Javon Holt has 10 touchdowns receiving. And Booth leads the team in receiving with 737 yards on 35 catches. Holt is second with 473 yards and 23 yards catching.
Yeah, Tyrell Booth, he's getting some D2 looks. He's getting looks from Notre Dame College, from Clarion, from Slippery Rock, and Farrah Fisher. He's like the jack of all trades. And real quick, we're going to pause now for our national anthem here from Laurel High School.
States fly, and the Laurel High School Marching Band will play our national anthem.
Now let's take another time out on the LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone. Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Welcome back to the LGKG pregame show, and tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Michael Kurtworth Jr. of Castle Realty. Caterers, buyers, sellers, and renters in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Call Realtor Michael Kurtworth Jr. at 724-301-1482. Check out his current listings or list your own home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. And let's take a moment and look at tonight's starting lineup for the Laurel Spartans.
Now let's look at tonight's starting lineups for the Laurel Spartans, brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. People you know, people you trust. Coach Cooper entrusting his veteran offensive line, 2 seniors and 3 juniors, Ryan DiMuccio and Cam Calderero are the guards, Aiden Collins, Colton Hill, the tackles, Sam Arblaster as the center. 2 wide receivers are Lucas Davis and Carter Haney, a pair of juniors. Logan Ayers, one of the wingbacks for the Spartans, as well as Michael Pasquarello, fellow senior, with 8 touchdowns on the year. And in the backfield, quarterback Kobe DeRosa, over 1,000 yards rushing after his 3-touchdown performance in the first round. Joined in the backfield by the record setter Luke McCoy, owns all the records now at Laurel. 1,700 yards and 30 touchdowns on the year for the Spartans. For the Laurel Spartans defensively, the secondary will be stretched thin this week. Landon Smith, Michael Pasquarello, and Colin Bartley starting in the secondary. Senior outside linebackers Logan Ayers and Josh Gibson will also be responsible for coverage. Inside backers Luke McCoy and Brady Cooper, the leading tacklers on the team. And on the defensive line, Ryan DiMuccio and Cam Calderero are the ends, Karsten Allward and Colin Hill, the junior tackles. Your starting lineups tonight brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. Visit them online at castle-realty.com.
And tonight's starting lineups for Sierra Catholic. At quarterback will be Max Rocco. Mikkel Brooks Dutrell will be at running back. At athlete is Farrah Fisher. Wideouts looking at Terrell Booth, Amir Spencer, and Javon Holt. Your offensive line consists of Drew Harrison, Jordan Moore, Danny Offerman, Joshua Moore, and Matt Biscella. Your defense at defensive line will be Anton Smith and Zach Weaver. Your linebackers are Ryan Brooks, Darnell Brown, Blair Brown, Javon Holt, Michael Schreck, Paul Pearson. And your defensive backs are Daquan Chatfield, Farrah Fisher, Terrell Booth, and Elijah Ward.
We remind everybody this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole exclusive property of WPIAL and the Trib High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and the Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited.
Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law office of Luxembourg, Gelbert, Kelly, and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years.
Yeah, how about the Laurel Spartans coming on the field? And real quick before Laurel, because we're getting ready to eat here at halftime. You never know what's on the menu tonight. But the pre-Thanksgiving dinner for Joseph's Marketplace. Thursday, November 18th. You can pre-order your Thanksgiving dinner. $11.99 plus tax, no substitution. It includes a turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, yams, cornbread, and cranberry sauce while supplies last. Order deadline is this Monday, November 15th. So that's $12 for a Thanksgiving dinner from Joseph's Marketplace.
Not too bad.
You better go get it.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we already had some stuff from Joseph's. So thanks for Joseph's for that.
For the sponsorship and everything they do.
For the scoring recap. And I was going to stop at Red Zone. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to order my new shirts, and I did not get a chance to stop up there today anyway. TheRedZoneSports.com. Check them out. We'll be talking about them a little later on here tonight. And Serra Catholic about to come on the field. Have not seen the band. Yeah, the band's finally here from Serra Catholic. I see the flags. So
there you go.
Yeah. So
yeah, I do see that now.
Yeah.
So
all 20 or 25 kids. But Serra Catholic's a small school with McKeesport, PA, but they are a fun bunch to watch.
They certainly are as they enter the field right now. And Lee, it's going to be a challenge here tonight defensively here for Laurel, just to try to keep the plays in front of them as we were talking about matching up against this speed. As we mentioned in our previous broadcast last week, the head coach is also the track coach. What a surprise, huh? Smart guy, huh?
Without a doubt. Before we forget tonight, by the way, our referee is Tom Trilly. Our umpire is Mark Wise. Our head linesman, Aaron Pritchard. Our line judge, Dan O'Toole. Our field judge, Jacob Hartman. And our side judge, Dave Florio. So if you have any problems with the officiating, those are the guys you want to email. But anyways, every once in a while I go down there and say, okay, who's Jim Smith or Jim Beam and who's, they give you the fake names every once in a while. Just kiddingly, though. But pretty good night here in Western Pennsylvania for football. Mid-40s. Wind was blowing pretty bad earlier, but I'm trying to, and it's still blowing a good 10, 15 mile an hour, so it might cause some problems here tonight for this passing game. At least we don't have the torrential rain like they had in Pittsburgh last night during the overtime. I don't know if you got to see any of that game, the North Carolina game last night. Yeah, in the overtime, Kenny Pickett, their quarterback, he said, we're very thankful that we got the ball first because you could see it coming. And when North Carolina got the ball for their overtime, it's just a monsoon came.
Yeah.
So they got lucky in that. So did not see who won the ceremonial coin toss.
I think it's going on right now as we speak.
Well, that's a ceremonial coin toss.
Oh.
As Max Rocco is out there for a captain. Actually, they are flipping the coins. They did not do the ceremonial. So let's see. Looks like Serra Catholic's going to win the toss, it looks like.
We'll wait for the indications here as we get ready.
Josh Gibson, Kobe DeRosa, Luke McCoy, and Mike Pasquarello, the captains for the Laurel Spartans.
So Serra Catholic has won the toss, but will defer to the second half.
Interesting.
And Laurel Spartans will start on offense here tonight.
See how that goes. Decision-wise for them.
So tonight's game on the WPIAL 2A Championships brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, Joseph's Marketplace, Michael Kurtward Jr. and Castle Realty, Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly and George, The Red Zone, Pontius Insurance, Crane Room, Something for Your Walls Photography, Tri-County Principals, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Yeah, next week we will hope to have 3 games on the air, but we will see. With the other local teams going in action, like Mohawk playing Stowe Rocks. We will have updates. The out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by the Crane Room. And Shenango is in action tonight. And then this team. So if all 3 make it, we will do our best to have all 3 games on LC Sportsnet. If not, Trib Live will have them. So every game will be on the air, just a matter of who might be covering them.
What outlet you need to be tuned into. Exactly.
So on paper, this is the best chance of a team winning. The Shenango and Mohawk are going to have their hands full tonight, or tomorrow night, or tonight, excuse me, yeah.
Our camera operator tonight is Ashley Hutilla. Aaron Vigiano is our producer. Lee Monge is helping me out. I am Tim Contaneza, and as they get ready to tee up the ball here and start tonight's ball game here from Laurel in the quarterfinals of the 2A championships in the WPIAL.
Yeah, not a bad crowd on hand here.
No.
Late arriving crowd. Serra Catholic, nice crowd on their side. The Eagles. I've been looking forward to this matchup since last week.
Aiden Cullen will kick the ball away. And he'll be kicking left to right.
The usual suspects, Pasquarello, McCoy. Who's going to grab it? That's Pasquarello.
At the 20-yard line. Down the sidelines, across the 30, up close to the 40-yard line. Knocked out right before there. It'll be first down and 10 coming up here for Laurel to start tonight's ball game.
Boy, the freshman, Deron Washington, actually leveled him. Good hit by Deron.
So it'll be first down and 10 coming up here for the Spartans. 11:55 on the clock as we start the first quarter.
But I like Pasquarello. Just take it and run. I mean, he didn't do anything fancy, just going to run up the sideline. Good return.
DeRosa, McCoy, Pasquarello, Ayers, Davis, and Haney in the backfield here for the Spartans to start the game.
Yeah, this offensive line for Laurel's been getting it done all year.
DeRosa in shotgun. Now take a step back, get some singles in from the bench. First down and 10 as we get underway here in Laurel. It'll be a keeper by DeRosa. He'll take it right side, get across the 40, up close to the 41-yard line. A nice pickup on first down here for the Spartans. They'll pick up about 4, bring up a second down and 6.
Yeah, it looked like McCoy maybe left just a little early, but they did not call that. It was interesting. I was looking at the local sports. They said the left tackle in the pro football constantly, they always leave early because it's just what they do, and they get away with it a lot in the NFL.
DeRosa takes the snap. He'll hand it off to McCoy. He'll dive forward, get close to the 45-yard line, and he'll bring up on a third down and 3 or 4 coming up here for the Spartans.
Ryan Brooks was there, number 5.
Mark the ball at the 44-yard line.
Again, Farrah Fisher is going to be on Mike Pasquarello all night long. And if you haven't heard of Farrah, he's the real deal. Off to the Navy after his high school career. He does it all.
In the pistol is DeRosa.
8 men in the box.
He takes a snap. They'll hand it off. Go forward, and it's going to get close to the 50, which should be enough for the first down.
Well, that offensive line getting it done. Give him 6. Yeah, give him 6. Looks
exactly. Like McCoy with the carry. Brings up a first down and 10.
Again, McCoy, he's not going to juke a lot. You know, he's just going to get that. He's going to look for that hole, and
he's a north and south runner. You know what I'm saying?
Here he goes.
Yeah.
But again, offensive line getting it done.
First down and 10. DeRosa takes the snap, and he'll hand it off again. That's DeRosa on the keeper. And he's going to get across the 50 up to the 49-yard line as they enter the Eagles side of the field.
Yeah, Terrell Booth blew up that play. He was in the backfield right as the handoff was getting handed off.
So DeRosa in the backfield looks over to the bench for the singles. Wings left and right. DeRosa in shotgun. Hand it off to Pasquarello. Is he going to turn a corner? He'll get down across the 45, close to the 40, picking up another first down here for Laurel. Pasquarello on the carry.
Yeah, just a little jet sweep for Pasquarello. That gets 10.
Second first down of this drive here for Laurel. Opening drive, you're just joining us.
Yeah, I thought Kobe kept that. He sold Stowe Rocks. Sold Serra Catholic, excuse me, on that too.
So, DeRosa in the pistol. Will send one in motion. He'll hand it off to McCoy. McCoy's going to have room. He's to the 30, to the 20. Breaks a tackle down to the 15-yard line. Luke McCoy finds some room on the right side, and is able to get into the secondary here of the Eagles.
Yeah, ball came loose, but he was down at the tackle. They're going to mark him the whole way down to the 14-yard line. It's a big 26-yard run there for Luke McCoy. Again, the right side again.
9 minutes remaining here in the first opening drive here for Laurel. Colton Hill, Ryan DiMuccio, Sam Arabaster, Joe Hayduck, and Cam Calderero are on the line here for the Spartans. It's going to be a keeper here by DeRosa. Goes left side, bounces off one, heads more to the outside, and he's going to be caught. But he'll gain out to about the 11-yard line with forward progress.
Toby DeRosa on the keeper.
Interesting that they gave him the forward progress because
he did. He moved back out and looked like on his own.
Yeah, so I'm sort of surprised they gave him the forward progress, but good for Laurel.
Second down and 7 coming up here for the Spartans.
And Laurel's got a good field goal kicker. They're definitely in field goal range. And Buchter, he can kick from about 35 to 40.
DeRosa in the pistol. They'll bring one in motion left to right. Pitch out to McCoy. Going along outside as Pursuit is there and brings him down by Javon Holt.
Oh, great play, Javon Holt. He was being blocked there by Ayers, but he fought through that block and did a good job. And then the shoestring tackle by Holt. Great job there.
Lost about 1 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 8 coming up here for the Spartans.
Well, I thought for sure he was going to get that corner, but as I said, he fought through Ayers' block.
Again, they look over to the sideline as they single in each play. No huddle offense here for the Spartans. DeRosa in the pistol. Takes a snap, he's going to keep. Left side, and he's going to move the pile forward close to the 10-yard line. He'll be well short of the sticks. He'll bring up a 4th down and decision time here for Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel's in the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone, and they're not thinking about field goal right now.
No, they're not.
I'm wondering if they're going to get a timeout here.
4th down and 6.
Because I'm thinking you'd really want those 3 points right now. Play clock down to 10. Let's see what they got in mind here.
They line up. DeRosa is a straight snap to McCoy, but we have whistles and a false start against the offense.
Yeah, Laurel jumped early.
Now Coach Cooper may change his mind here. That might have been actually a saving grace. You lose 5 yards, but it looked like Serra Catholic kind of seen that Wildcat play coming.
Yeah, Buchter's still on the sideline. So they're not even thinking
Not
field
even
goal.
thinking about it. He's thinking 6.
Yeah. That's why I'm up here.
Yep, 4th down and 11. Here we go.
I'm really surprised with this.
This early in the ball game, yeah, you think you would try to get some momentum going with the special teams,
Yeah,
but Coach Cooper might know something more than we do.
Oh, he knows a lot more than us.
Back to passes DeRosa. He's under pressure. He rolls to his left. He'll fire on the move. Overshoots his intended receiver. He'll fall incomplete. Carter Haley was the intended receiver, and they'll turn the ball over on downs at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Holt and Williams was in on DeRosa.
I think we have a flag down. It was against the offense. I believe they're going to decline it.
Yeah, there was a flag. Did not see the call. Here comes illegal man downfield. They will definitely decline that ball. So decline the penalty. So Serra Catholic able to hold. Laurel decides not to go for the 3 points early on. Serra Catholic.
So they held that ball for almost 6 minutes on that drive, coming up empty. As Serra Catholic would take over, 1st down and 10 at their own 15 with 6:01 remaining here in the first
But
quarter.
you could see that speed given Laurel probs when they were any time a little bit of delay, they were in that backfield. So
exactly.
And Rocco is the starter.
Max Rocco back at starting quarterback. He's back to pass. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking downfield. He's going to fire on the move, and he'll just throw it out of bounds, and it'll go incomplete. And bring up 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Serra Catholic.
Officials are talking right now. They're going to see if we do have a flag. We're going to have an intentional grounding call, it looks like. Yep, intentional grounding on Max Rocco.
As many fans may know, you do not have to be in the high school football. There is no such thing as being outside the tackle box and being able to throw the ball away without a receiver there. And when he made the pass, there was absolutely nobody there for Serra Catholic.
Well, actually, there was 7 people on the sideline.
Not eligible. How's that sound?
Okay.
So we get a quarterback draw on second down here by Rocco, and it's nicely defended there by the Spartans. About a 3-yard gain to bring it out to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Cam Calderero able to stop him with that.
So third down and long here for Serra Catholic. Rocco will hand it off, and it'll just crash forward up to about the 13-yard line. And they'll bring the punt team on here as a nice defense here for the Spartans. 3 down and out.
That was the Charles Brooks, number 1 on the carry. So get 3 and out. Now,
so Michael Pasquarello will be back to receive.
We've seen all year long Calderero getting close on punts to be able to block. Let's see if he can get through here.
He's going to line drive kick. It's going to bounce at the 40 and will come to a stop around the 46-yard line. But excellent field position coming up here for Laurel
so you gotta like
on their second possession.
Yeah, so you got to like the change of possession. So Laurel does their job after missing on the turnover on downs. Back in business. Remind everybody at halftime, we're going to see both bands, the Serra Catholic band, I believe the Serra Catholic band. I see the flags out there, and the Laurel band at halftime. And we'll have the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
First down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. 4:46 remaining here in the first quarter. Second possession here for the Spartans. McCoy comes in motion, and we're going to have a timeout taken here by Coach Cooper as that play clock was winding down there.
Our Ponch's Insurance timeout. Our friends at Ponch's Insurance. Teams go to the sideline, they listen to their coach and discuss their needs. That's what you get at Ponch's Insurance. They put their attention to things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at ponchsinsurance.com. Ponch's Insurance. Love the life you live. Worry free. And I said halftime, we'll listen to the Trib Live High School Sports halftime show. Mr. Rebel and Chris Harlan will take a look around the WPIAL, and we will have both bands, Serra Catholic Band and the Laurel Band, the network halftime show presented by SE Tire and Export Tire. And tomorrow, guess what? I'm going to be in Altoona, quarterfinal state playoffs, and we'll have some soccer on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. You'll be able to tune into some state playoff soccer games and volleyball games around. How about the WPL girls? 11-0.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the boys were 9-2. Yeah, 9-2.
That's performance.
Yeah, so
that's
WPL,
a high level performing.
WPL having their way with the other teams from on the eastern side of the state, so they will try to the state title playoffs going into effect. So we're back here now.
DeRosa will bring McCoy in motion, fake to him, he'll keep, goes up the middle, crosses the 40-yard line, and he'll be marked down right there. A pickup of 6 on the play, bring up second down and 4 coming up here for Laurel.
Again, that right side of the line getting it done. Calderero and Colton Hill.
So McCoy will line up in the eye behind the quarterback, Kobe DeRosa.
And DeMuccio getting it done on that right side. Been very successful so far.
3 receivers set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They'll bring 1 in motion. Hand off to McCoy. He'll bounce outside on the left side, makes a nice move at the 35, gets down to the 30-yard line. And he'll pick up a first down here for the Spartans with 4:03 remaining here in the first.
Laurel doing what they do. With that offensive line control, McCoy and DeRosa do the rest.
And the patience that McCoy shows, letting them make the blocks before he can make a play.
Again, I don't think they're going to be too successful throwing the ball because Pharaoh Fisher is a lockdown
cornerback.
Cornerback. I said he's off to Navy, and also Jasir Young is a a lockdown guy. So, I mean, they can do a lot. And along with Booth, I mean,
DeRosa will keep. He'll try right side. Nice cut, and it gets down to the 25-yard line. He'll pick up a nice gainer there of 6, and he'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 coming up again here for Laurel on their 2nd drive of the ball game as we get down to under 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
And you got to like the way this game started for the Spartans right now. Moving the ball. I said this Serra Catholic team did not field well last week against the Shannock, even though they won by 40, but they gave up a lot of yards on the ground.
Pasquarella on the sweep, and he's going to be caught in the backfield and brought down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, blowing up that play was Michael Shank. Just blew it up, and that's the thing. I don't know if Laurel's going to be. They tried a couple of end arounds. The first one worked with going to the right side. That one, not a chance.
So 4 receivers set, 2 left, 2 right. DeRosa in shotgun. McCoy to his right in the backfield.
So just perfect football weather. This is just
We've
ideal.
had a great year weather-wise.
Oh, yes, we have.
DeRosa on the keeper. He'll go forward. He'll get close to the 26-yard line.
That's Kobe on the keeper.
And he'll bring up another 4th down and a call coming here from Coach Cooper.
Well, if they didn't go for a 30-yard field goal, they're not going for a 43-yarder.
Yep.
But I don't think they can. As of right now, they haven't shown that they can give DeRosa enough time to pass.
4 receivers set. McCoy will be in the backfield.
Unless DeRosa rolls out some way.
I'll be interested to see if they roll him to the right.
You would think.
Yeah. They'll move McCoy to the left side, and he'll take the direct snap. McCoy cuts inside, gets close to the sticks. He may have that 1st down at the 20-yard line. If it's a 20, it's a 1st down.
Depends on the spot. And they're going to give it to him.
So nice play there. McCoy taking the direct snap, following his blockers on the right side, made a nice nifty move to pick up that extra 2-3 yards to make sure he got to the sticks.
Wow. A little bit of trickeration there.
Yeah. 1st down and 10 here for Laurel. Minute 25 on a moving clock here in the first quarter. 4 receivers set. McCoy on the handoff, goes up the middle, stretches forward, gets close to the 17-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on the play and bring up a 2nd down and 7.
I will have the unofficial stats, but we'll have official stats by our man Ron Pontiwas, Newcastle News, sitting beside us. You can read his article. That's your free publicity for the night, okay?
2 receivers left, 2 right.
Yeah, his will definitely be a lot closer, or a lot more accurate than what I have.
McCoy on the left-hand side of DeRosa. DeRosa back to pass, looking left side. He'll fire to the end zone. Jump ball, and it might be intercepted, and it has been picked off by Serra Class.
But we have a flag in the end zone on the far side. I have no idea what the call is.
There's Terrell Booth who came through with the interception.
DeRosa's pass picked off by Terrell Booth. However, there is a flag in the end zone.
So
wow.
We'll have to wait and see what this call is. We're going to get pass interference against the defense.
Where?
Well, maybe we can get a replay on that. I don't know.
Wow. Let's look at this replay in the end zone. It's going to be a little bit too late for that. So, wow. That's a huge break.
That'll be a 1st down as they'll put the ball inside the 5, and we're inside the red zone again.
The RedZoneSports.com. Check them out.
DeRosa underneath center. We have a false start here, and that will go against the offense.
I think every official threw it.
Yeah.
That should do it for the first. Well, actually, it's a 25-second play clock. So.
Yeah, 35 seconds on the time. So they'll move the ball outside the 8-yard line. Excuse me, to the 11-yard line. And DeRosa will go back into the pistol.
Boy, I'm still questioning that pass interference call.
Yeah.
It's a break for the Spartans, so see if they take advantage of it.
Pasquarello in motion. And it's going to be DeRosa on the keeper. DeRosa gets inside the 10, gets down to the 7-yard line.
That should definitely do it for the first quarter.
And that brings the clock down under 20 seconds here to play in the quarter.
You're in no hurry right now. You don't want Serra Catholic to. You want to keep that offense off the field as much as you can right now. So just enjoy the first quarter first quarter 0-0 tie. Get off the field here.
And that's exactly what will happen. So we have played one quarter here in Laurel, and we are scoreless here as we go to our first quarter break here on LawrenceCountySportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
12 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter. We are scoreless here at Laurel, but the Spartans are on the move.
Should have a little bit more light over there for Ron, maybe.
And we're going to have a timeout taken here by Serra Catholic.
Our Ponce's Insurance timeout. Make sure you visit them at poncesinsurance.com for all your insurance needs. And
Love the life you live worry-free, my friend.
Yes, and our out-of-town scoreboard, which we will have scores hopefully rolling across the bottom of our screen. Sponsored by the Crane Room. Grab a seat in the bar, in the dining room, the loft, or if you want to brave it, go outside on the patio. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room. Stop by before or after the game or visit them online, www.craneroom.com.
We are in the red zone, and as we mentioned, as the Spartans enter the red zone, make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone. Second down and 7 here for Laurel. First play here in the second quarter. Pasquarello will go in motion. It'll be DeRosa on a carry to the left side. He'll get down close to the 5-yard line.
What a block. I know it was only a 3-yard gain, but Luke McCoy opened up that hole. He just absolutely annihilated Shrank, excuse me.
Third down and goal here for the Spartans. DeRosa underneath center. Logan Ayers is the wing to the right.
Blitz.
And it's DeRosa on the keeper, and he powers forward, gets close to the goal line, but he's going to be short by about at least a yard.
I still take a field goal sometime tonight. You got it.
Well, here comes fourth and goal. I don't think Coach Cooper has that in mind after what we've seen the first time.
It sure doesn't look it, does it?
No, he doesn't.
Buchter's warming up. But
here we go. DeRosa underneath center. He'll look over for guidance and signals from the sidelines. DeRosa pitches out wide to McCoy. McCoy's going to try to get outside, and he's going to be caught as he dives forward across the 5, down and out of bounds around the 4. And Serra Catholic's going to hold for a second time tonight inside the red zone, and they're going to get the ball back on downs.
Pharaoh Fishers. McCoy tried to get outside, but Pharaoh Fisher, we talked about him being the locked-out corner, but he just threw aside. Didn't see who was blocking him. It was a penalty on Laurel anyways. They're going to decline that. But Pharaoh Fisher went off that block and made a great play on Luke McCoy, who held him the second time. Laurel Spartans inside the red zone did not try the field goal, went for it. And now Serra Catholic deep in their own end.
Well, it tells me that Coach Cooper has great confidence in his defense.
He must. I'll tell you that.
I mean, seriously,
yeah.
You're saying that if we don't get it, I believe in my defense, right?
Elijah Ward in the quarterback.
And I'll hand it off, and it is Brooks Dutrell going left side. Excuse me, right side, and getting about 3 yards on the play. And I'll bring up second down and 7.
Interesting, they put the backup in Elijah Ward.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if they would use him tonight.
Well, guess what?
They are.
Don't be curious anymore.
Exactly. Hand off again to
That's Dutrell
Brooks. Yeah. He's going to gain another yard on the play, and I'll bring up a third down and long.
Yeah.
Third down, about 6.5 coming up here for the Eagles.
Cole Hill looks like in Colorado in the tackle.
So Elijah Wood in the pistol.
Colorado almost jumped. And did he jump?
Did he jump? Yeah, we got a stoppage in play.
Now the referees are going to talk about it.
I don't see a flag actually down.
Yeah, he threw the flag.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Say
Say a false start on the offense. So it'll be half the distance. Bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. And bring up third down and 10 coming up here for Serra Catholic. 4 receivers set. 2 left, 2 right here for Ward in the pistol. Oh, he's back. Pass. He's going to throw a jump ball, and it's going to go over the head of Fisher and fall incomplete.
Yeah,
but he got hit as he released that ball.
Well, because that snap hit the running back and then deflected into the end zone. Somehow Ward was able to grab that down, and boy, Laurel very fortunate not to get the defensive pass interference, because I don't know if you saw, Tim, did you have to actually see the hand on on that shirt? Sorry to scare you there for a minute, but I had to show what he was doing. I mean, he had the hand was grabbed that shirt and got away with it, which is a good thing. So forcing it, so Laurel going to get great field position.
So they'll punt the ball away, and it's a line drive kick, and it's going to bounce inside the 40, all the way back to midfield. Picked up there by Pasquarello. Keeps his feet and gets across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. He made something out of nothing there. Got to give Pasquarello credit for able to advance that ball forward.
You got to give Shank that he didn't shank the ball. 47-yard punt under pressure. I don't care where it hit and how it got there, but he got 47 yards is all that matters.
And that's impressive.
Yeah, in that situation. So Serra Catholic has run 6 plays for a total about 7 yards roughly.
First down and 10 for Laurel with their 3rd possession of the ball game.
And they're very fortunate that this game's 0-0.
4 receivers set here. DeRosa will hand off to McCoy. McCoy to the 40, and he'll step out of bounds there.
Again, not doing anything stupid. Ran out of room, not going to risk anything. I'm just going to get out, be safe. I'll take 6 yards.
Bring up second down and 4 coming up here for the Spartans. 2 receivers left, 2 right. McCoy's in the slot on the right side.
I really don't think at this point that Laurel can pass the ball here tonight on this Serra Catholic defense. They're not going to be able to get enough time. I think they can continue to do what they're doing right now.
McCoy goes in motion, and DeRosa will keep. DeRosa left side gets down to the 35-yard line. And the whistles will blow him dead there, but a nice pickup and a first down run for Laurel's Kobe DeRosa.
Fortunate he didn't fumble. That ball was popping a little bit. Almost came out. Zach Weber was trying to pull it out, but he was able to hang it on. So another first down for the Laurel Spartans, who continue to move the ball, but have not scored yet. Got stopped at the 2. Got stopped at the, I believe, 18.
Yep. The red zone has not been kind to them so far. DeRosa on the keeper. He'll put his head down and power forward close to the 30-yard line.
Kobe DeRosa down near the 30-yard line.
And they're going to mark him saying his knees hit at the 32.
I don't know, red zone treated me real good when I went.
They usually treat most people
well.
well.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what Laurel's done to him.
2 receivers left, 2 right. DeRosa in the shotgun. Pasquarello in motion. He'll take the handoff. Goes left side. He gets close to the sticks. He puts his head down, and it looks like he's going to have enough for that first down as he crosses the 25-yard line.
Good extra effort there. Yeah, Javon Holt got turned around, and that's what set that play up. If Laurel Spartan was blocking, and Holt had to do the 360 to try to get to him. By the time he finally got turned around, Pasquarello was by him. Again, Laurel back in business.
Again, they'll stay with that spread look, 4 receivers. McCoy will be in the backfield this time on the right side of DeRosa. Handoff goes to McCoy, and he'll power forward. He'll get about 2 on the play. Again, he'll bring up second down and 8.
Again, in the backfield, though, Javon Holt was able to trip him up before he actually was able to get going.
Down under 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Boy, this defense been on the field a lot.
It certainly has.
And you figure 6 plays for Serra Catholic, so they've been on the field, what, Serra Catholic, maybe offense 3 minutes?
Yeah.
If that.
We'll bring 1 in motion, and we have whistle stopping the play, and we may have another false start against the offense. Now he's pointing towards the defense this time. We might have encroachment against the defense. So that'll be 5 yards against Serra Catholic.
That will be a 5-yard step off.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game, though. This Serra Catholic team having problems with teams that can run the ball.
Yeah. Second down and 3 coming up here for Laurel. So they look over to the sidelines. Tight formation this time. Pasquarello on the right side on the like a wing position. They'll bring 1 in motion. Hand off to McCoy. McCoy makes a nice move, takes down, gets close to the 14-yard line. And that's a first down run here for Laurel.
About another 5 or 6 there.
As we've entered the red zone, make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparels, embroideries, and more. Visit them online at TheRedZoneSports.com. Score big at the red zone.
Yeah, I made a mistake today. I just put red zone in, and it didn't come up. I had to put the Red Zone Sports.
Yes.
So.
Handoff goes to McCoy. McCoy, right side, gets close to the 10-yard line. Ball came loose after he hit the ground.
Yeah, definitely. Gain of 3 for McCoy.
So McCoy will get 3 on the play and bring up second down and 7.
So the only 3 people who touched the ball is McCoy, Pasquarello, and DeRosa. That's
exactly. Keeping the hands of the ones who've done it all season long, really.
And then the 5 offensive linemen
getting the job done. Really controlling this ball game so far. DeRosa in the pistol. Takes the snap, he'll keep. Left side, has room, inside the 5, and he'll pick up a first down. And it'll be first and goal coming up here for Laurel as they'll look to cash in for the first time in 3 tries here in the first half.
Yeah, Logan Ayers opening that hole, and I believe that was DiMuccio too on that left side that time. Well, you know they're going for it in 4 downs now. If they didn't go for it the first 2 times.
I wasn't even concerned on that one yet. On first down and goal, DeRosa will have McCoy in the backfield. He'll keep, and he'll hit the pile. He'll bounce off, but he'll roll forward, get maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. He may end up losing a little bit on that play. And he'll bring up second down and goal.
Dior Blair Brown clogged the middle. He was laying on the ground blocking everything, so good job by him. Boy, play action would be just perfect right now.
I was thinking the same thing.
But,
yeah.
But those corners, I mean.
Against this defense, it's
you
harder than it says.
If you make any mistake, you got 96 going back.
Exactly, exactly. DeRosa in the pistol. McCoy to his left. Pasquarillo in motion. Hand off to Pasquarillo. Goes left side. He's at the 5. Flags 5. Gets to the end zone.
Yeah, it's not.
But I believe this one's coming back.
Yeah, Ayers going to get called for holding.
Mike Pasquarello across the goal line. However, there are flags.
And they will make the holding call right now, and they'll mark off 10 yards.
Yeah, Ayers had no choice. He had to hold him. Or Pasquarillo and a sack behind the line of scrimmage. So another mistake for the Laurel Spartans. The only good news about that penalty, it's second down and the clock's going to continue to run. So Serra Catholic not going to.
Yeah, down is 4:17 on the play. There it is, winding the clock into play.
And Serra Catholic does get the ball back to start the second half.
4 receivers set. DeRosa in the backfield.
And one thing I like about high school football, the penalty is at the spot.
The spot of the foul.
I love it. I'm old school.
It is DeRosa up the middle, has room, gets down to the 5 as he picks up that 10 yards back.
Yeah, I don't like that NFL and college rule, 10 yards.
From the line of scrimmage, yeah.
I like it, like where it happened. So again, Laurel. Let's see if Serra so far bend and don't break.
Third down and goal coming up here for the Spartans.
I seriously think about that field goal again if they don't make it.
DeRosa will send 4 receivers in pattern. McCoy comes across. He'll get the handoff, and we have flag stopping the play.
A false start by Laurel. Oh, my gosh.
This is where that Serra Catholic speed is getting into the heads in the sense that you want to get out quickly. And I think that's one of the problems that they're having right now is anticipating that back to get to their assignment as quick as possible, and you're getting these false starts.
Yeah, and right now the speed, I said DeRosa just can't go back and draw back the pass because the rush has been in. They've had people in the backfield a lot.
Third down and goal from the 10. Empty backfield for DeRosa. And we're going to get a timeout here taken by Laurel.
Another Ponce's Insurance timeout. Visit them at poncesinsurance.com. The thing is, we talked about it before, when you have those lockdown corners, that allows you to do a lot. That allows you to be able to send those guys, and blitz a lot and put 8 men in the box when you have guys that you know are going to be able to defend. And that's what Serra Catholic's getting. So for any chance for Laurel to be able to set up, they can't.
Right, and as the field shrinks, as you get closer to goal line, it puts them more into play as it forces you more to the middle of the field. And that's where all the Eagles are basically at, pursuing well on every play.
So it's the third time Laurel's been in third time they've been deep.
Yeah.
Second time really deep. The first time they stopped about the 18 or so, but penalties and it are hurting them right now. And let's see if they can come up with it.
See if they get a look here and some help from the redzone.com as they were in the red zone here on third down and goal from the 10. DeRosa, empty backfield. Takes the snap, he'll keep. Goes right side, has some room. Gets down to the 5, cuts back inside, powers forward, gets close to the 3-yard line. And another decision time coming up here for Coach Cooper, but I'm guessing just from his previous desires that he's going to keep his offense on the field.
I'm allowed to disagree with him. I still say take points. But that's me.
Yeah. 248 remaining here in the second quarter.
That's me. So unless something's wrong with Booker, we don't know that.
Yeah.
But Coach Cooper again electing to go for it. See if they can get in this time.
DeRosa in the pistol. McCoy to his left. Pasquarella in motion. Hand off to McCoy. McCoy's going to power forward. Get close to the goal line, but he's going to be shy. Just stopped inside the 1-yard line. And the Serra Catholic defense holds again.
Javon Holt and Terrell Booth at the goal line. McCoy took that one extra lunge ready to get in, but Booth showed the strength that he has, was able to hold him up right before that goal line. The ball did not cross. Laurel, for the third time, as you mentioned,
comes up
holding
short.
him.
Yeah. Serra Catholic's defense, bend but don't break here, in the ultimate style of play.
And Laurel only has one timeout, so you would think Laurel's going to be calling timeouts here. Let's see. I'm assuming Ward will probably come back in here. They need the running. Actually, let's see. Yep,
I believe it is Ward, yes. Ward at quarterback, split by backs. Two receivers out to the right. Hand off to Brooks Dutrell, and he's going to get out to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he slept. Let's see if Laurel calls that timeout yet. No, they'll probably call it after the third down, you would think. If I'm Serra Catholic, I'm waiting till that play clock goes to 0. You don't want to be snapping now.
Ward looks over to defense on second down.
Mistake.
Handoff goes to Dutrell Brooks again on the end around. He gets out close to the 5 yard line.
They gave him 25 seconds. They literally gave him 25 seconds for Laurel there. You don't need to be snapping this ball right now.
Yeah. So it's third down and long, about third down and 8 coming up here for Serra Catholic.
And again, they're
two receivers to the right. Ward back to pass from the end zone. Fires it up right side. And jump ball caught as a juggling catch at the 45, down at the 48-yard line.
But was it offensive pass interference on Javon Holt? We will see. I say it was defense, but Laurel's claiming it was against Serra Catholic.
Well, we'll see what they come up with.
Holt played in his case.
They're going to say he's down at the 49-yard line.
And it was offensive pass interference.
Wow. Second big pass interference call to go against Serra Catholic. One defensive, one offensive.
Wow. That's a tough call.
It is. Both of them were tough calls against them.
Yeah.
On the pass interference call.
Yeah, we might be able to catch a replay on that one. Let's see what she gets on this replay here and see what we got. That's a tough call.
That's a tough call.
It looks like both battling for the ball, but again, we're 100 yards away. The official's right on top of it, so
move it back to the original line of scrimmage of the 1 yard line after the penalty. And they'll replay third down and 10 here for Serra Catholic. 1:37 remaining here in the second. We have flags again and Ward on a keeper, and they're going to defense believe they stopped him short of the goal line.
Yeah, he got out. He got out the one.
But we had flags before
but the play count. The illegal motion on Serra Catholic. Decline it. You got to decline it right here.
Oh, yeah. Bring up fourth down.
Decline it. Call timeout. And send 11 people.
They'll decline it, and there it comes. Fourth down. Minute 33 remaining here in the second quarter.
So Serra Catholic, no first downs in this first quarter. They've run 9 plays.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Serra Catholic should be 4th down.
It is. Yeah, it is.
They don't know what down it is.
It's 4th down. Oh, they're going to go for it on 4th? Nah, he's going to punt out of this position.
They got to.
They just called a timeout, or
Yeah, they had to. I don't think they realized what down it was.
No, I think you're right. I think they thought they're going to get the 3rd down over on the penalty.
Yeah, they thought,
and it was declined.
They thought that Laurel took the penalty. Boy, that was a heads-up play there. Almost a bad
worst decision you can make. A mental mistake at the highest level there.
Yeah. So, yeah, somebody for Serra Catholic, thank God, saw that it was 4th down instead of 3rd. So, I'm almost tempted, if I was coach, I'm almost tempted to just send 11 people and forget about having anybody back there.
What's the worst you can do? Get the ball, maybe your own 45-yard line?
Yeah, and just send them.
Yeah. No, I think it's not a terrible idea. And just put pressures on it. And all the punts by Schrank has all been
line drives.
Line drives, exactly.
You don't want to run into them. You're not going to have a timeout, but you're still going to get the ball back with a minute 20 or so.
This timeout brought to you by Pontius Insurance.
You do
Pontius Insurance, the life you live, worry free. Here we go, 4th down.
Need a good snap.
They get a good snap, but he takes his time. He gets the line drive kick off, and it's going to go out of bounds.
It was deflected. It was partially blocked, I believe, by Josh Gibson, I believe, got it.
Okay. And it's interesting. They're going to mark him out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I believe Gibson got a piece. I saw the referee do the tip signal. So
yeah.
And again, Laurel has a good field goal kicker. So
yeah, well, we'll see.
So you
minute
might
27 remaining. They do have one timeout left on the board.
They should have none.
The Spartans
I thought
one.
they used it. Or Serra Catholic. I thought they used it after that. No, actually, no, maybe they didn't. So
DeRosa in shotgun, back to pass.
Wow.
He'll fire left side and almost picked off. He's led his receiver Pasquarello just a little too far.
Yeah, Terrell Booth right there. Those lockdown defenders. Interesting call.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Maybe trying to loosen up the defense here, and maybe get the ball in the hands of McCoy here on 2nd down.
Yeah, I guess Laurel did not call that call timeout down there. So all Laurel Spartans here in the first half. Not what I expected, that's for sure.
No. Wing on the right side. Hand off to McCoy. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll move forward, gets up close to the 29-yard line. He'll gain 1 on the play and bring up 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Spartans. The minute 13 and a timeout taken here.
Now Laurel will call their last timeout. Pontius Insurance timeout. PontiusInsurance.com. Check them out, please. Any insurance needs you need, please give them a call. PontiusInsurance.com. And for everybody that's tuning in here tonight, the only reason we're on the air is because of these great sponsors. Please go and support them. And when you go support them, please tell them you heard their ad on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP, because that way they know their money is being used wisely and be well spent. And make sure you appreciate and tell them thank you for putting us on the air. So and these sponsors are pretty good. So I haven't had any Q-Sauce wings for a while. And I'm missing
your list is getting longer and longer here lately.
Yeah, I know.
I don't blame you, though. It's a good list to have.
See, I don't live in Lawrence County. That's my problem.
Yeah.
But when I'm in Lawrence County.
You know what to do.
Yes, I do.
DeRosa in the pistol. McCoy to his right. He'll roll that way. He's looking downfield. He'll fire on the move, and it's going to be picked off and intercepted by Serra Catholic.
That's Booth,
and that's Booth with the interception at the 22-yard line, it looks like.
So 4 times Laurel's had great field position and four times.
Serra Catholic's defense has turned them away.
So if I'm Serra Catholic, I am taking a knee and I am getting out of here.
Why do I think that's not going to happen?
Yeah, yeah, because Max Rocco's trot back into the game. Of course, we talked about the big play capability.
Actually, I see Ward too. Now Ward's coming off. Okay. I thought maybe we were going to have a dual quarterback scenario.
Play clock down to 7.
Rocco with the snap. Throw it out wide. Brooks to can't handle it. It'll fall incomplete. They'll call it an incomplete pass. Minute 1 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that play was disaster written all over it. They're fortunate to get that off.
And it'll bring up second down and 10 here for the Eagles.
Eagles have not had a first down yet.
Max Rocco looks over to defense. Takes the snap. He's going to fire it out wide. He'll complete it, but right there is the Spartans defense. He makes a nice actually slips a tackle and makes a nice play on the ball. Terrell Bluth, I believe, was receiver on that.
Yeah, it was Terrell Booth, and he did stay in bounds, but minus 2 yards.
Could have been a minus 5 or 6. He made a nice play to avoid a huge loss.
They do have to snap the ball. Right now, they say, where's that knee coming?
Third down and 12.
They don't think knee here at Serra Catholic, do they?
No, they don't. Won't be surprised if we see kind of a Hail Mary pass here.
Hey, when you got the athletes and Fisher out there, throw it up to him and see what he can do.
Back to pass is Rocco. He'll fire right side deep and overshoots his intended receiver. And he'll fall incomplete. Javon Holt was the intended receiver.
Now you send 11 guys.
12 seconds remaining here in the first half. We are scoreless here.
Again at halftime. Doesn't look like the Serra Catholic band is here tonight.
I can't tell you.
Oh, here they come. Now they're going to come. They're coming up from out outside, behind.
Yes.
So we will have the Serra Catholic band and the Laurel band at halftime. And we'll get some halftime stats for you when we come back. MVP right now has been shrank.
Here's the snap and the kick. He gets a nice kickoff. And it's going to bounce at the 45, roll down to the 45-yard line, and it'll be down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Shank's the MVP of the first half.
Without a question. Yeah. He has just been phenomenal. So 2.3 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And I imagine we're going to see a knee here.
If you had the over-under
yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. Let's see if they chose to throw maybe a Hail Mary here with 2 seconds.
No, I do not with those cornerbacks.
I kind of agree with you.
Of course, we've been wrong all half.
Yeah. So, Coach Cooper has done just the opposite of what we think. So, 4 receiver set. They're going to run a reverse to Pasquello. He'll keep. He'll gain some yardage and step out of bounds around the 47-yard line. And that will end the first half here at Laurel Spartan Stadium as we have played 2 quarters and it is scoreless here in the quarterfinals of the 2A championship. We're going to take a timeout. We'll get you back. We'll come back for the second half festivities here from Laurel as we are scoreless through the first half here in Laurel. You're watching lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Halftime show here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Getting ready for the second night of the WPIAL playoffs. Depending on what class you're talking about, it's either quarterfinals Friday or Final Four Friday. We'll talk about various things coming up with that gentleman right there, Chris Harlan. Our get-together here on the halftime show, sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire. They work hard to earn your business. They have your size tire in stock. They can install it today, all the best brands at the best tire prices. It's Old William Penn Highway and Export for Export Tire. Route 51 Bell Vernon for SE Tire. We thank those fine folks for sponsoring the halftime show all year, which only has one more week left. Next week will be our final week. We'll look ahead to the state playoffs. But we're going to look ahead here this week too, Chris. Not necessarily postseason action. That's obviously going on. That's front and center. But here at halftime, we're going to talk about what the league will look like next year and in the 2023 season. It's time to realign according to PIAA roster numbers or PIAA school numbers. They have set the bars, the parameters, and so pretty much everybody has an idea now where they will be playing over the next 2 years as far as classification is concerned.
Yeah, there are things that get WPIAL coaches and players and fans talking. You know, you always got championships, transfers. There was the public versus private debate, which is kind of quieted down. But every 2 years, we've got realignment. And that's one of those things that people look forward to because, you know, you don't know who you're going to play. You're going to end up in a new conference, a new section, and that changes everything. But you're right. Right now, it's one of those things every 2 years, the PIAA and then the WPIAL also, they kind of hit the reset button. And all the teams get shuffled back in and realigned in order based on enrollment, biggest to smallest, and they divide those up into 6 classes. And that's where we're at right now in that process. A few weeks ago, all the schools had to have all their new enrollment numbers into the state. The state took those numbers, kind of divided them up, sent them back to the schools. And now the schools have until early December to decide whether or not they're going to play up. You know, do they want to go voluntarily to a higher classification? You know, right now, like you mentioned, all we know right now are the parameters, the top enrollment number and the bottom enrollment number for each classification. We don't officially know what schools are going to be in what classification yet. That won't come until December. We still got another few weeks for that. But right now, we're in that process of putting things together, and the PIA's putting all those numbers together. And we'll see here in a few weeks. And come December, once those numbers are put together, once the PIAA releases those numbers, that's when the WPIAL really gets to work. They get to work. They take those numbers. They put teams into new conferences, new sections. And that'll be, sometime after the new year, January, February, we'll probably start seeing some new conferences. But I think you're already hearing from coaches and players and stuff, some anticipation as you start building toward that, wondering, are they going up? Are they going down? What's going to happen? Are the rivalries still going to be the same? So it's a few weeks here where you get some uncertainty among these teams as realignment gets into the process.
It's the halftime show sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Chris Harlan. We're talking about realignment, which once those parameters are set, schools can decide to play up. They cannot decide to play down. This is going to be the 7th and 8th year of the 6 classification cycle. Real quick, Chris, has it worked?
Depends on who you talk to, I think. I don't think it's going away. I think it's here to stay. But it really affects, I think you see at the far ends, small schools, big schools. You see some discrepancy, some disparity at the 2 ends, especially in Western Pennsylvania. But I really don't think you're going to see 6 classifications going away across the state. I know there's a lot of districts that do like it. It didn't necessarily work always here, but I do think it's here to stay. I think we're going to have to live with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point you make in that I think in some of the classifications, it works wonderfully. In others, not so much. One of those classifications, it does not work, to be honest, is 6A. When we return, we'll talk about that, the ever-shrinking highest classification in the WPIAL. It's the halftime show sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to introduce the 2021 Laurel Spartan Marching Band. Drum majors, are you ready? Our drum majors are Natalie Serra and Laura Bowden. We open tonight's performance with the 2016 iHeart Rock Radio Song of the Year, Bang Bang by the band Green Day. SportsNet flag line is featuring Come Out and Play, released by the punk rock band The Offspring in 1994. Song features the SportsNet dance line and the classic Twisted Sister hit, We're Not Going to Take It. Grammy winner for Song of the Year in 2013 by the band Fun.
Before you hit the open road, see the tire experts at Export Tire. We do tires and we do them right. If it has wheels, we have the tires. Export Tire, your commercial tire headquarters.
Halftime show continues on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Don Rebel, Chris Harlan. We're talking about realignment, which will be announced in a month or two by the WPIAL, actually in January, so it's 2 months. 6A, it's been tough sledding, especially these last 2 years with only 8 teams. The numbers indicate there will only be 7 in the next 2-year cycle. It continues to shrink in part because of some of the growing numbers on the eastern side of the state. A lot of mergers over there, and with that really running the show, the tail that wags the dog, the WPIAL comes up a little bit short. I mean, it's a problem. It is this classification has become very predictable, very mundane, and dare I say, very boring. I know coaches and players of that classification don't want to hear it, but it's hard to argue against those things.
Yeah, yep. And like you said, the big problem is that the way the state takes all the teams and divides them up into 6 even groups. It's not like they take all the WPIAL teams and divide them into 6 even groups. It's all the teams across the state. And there are a lot of big schools out in the eastern side of the state. If you look at District 1, that's the suburban Philadelphia schools, they've got more than 30 teams in 6A, just in that district alone. Whereas, like you said, this year the WPIAL has 8. Next year it's going to be down to 7 because the way the numbers are looking right now with the parameters out, did a little math here, and you see Baldwin, according to the numbers they've put out, they're going to be below that line. So they're going to go back to 5A next year, which would leave the WPIAL with just 7 teams in 6A. And that leads to a discussion. They're going to have that in the coming weeks of what do you do with a classification that only has 7 teams? If you go back to 2016, when they first went to 6 classifications, there were 14 6A teams in the WPIAL. 14 is a lot more manageable as a classification that, have a season. They had 2 conferences at that point. You have a playoff bracket. With just, down to 7, what do you do? I mean, that's in a 9-game season, you're going to play 6 conference games and 3 non-conference games. So then the WPIAL has a dilemma there because who do you schedule? Do you put them up against 5A teams? So there's really no real good solution to that right now. I know people have said, what if you combine 6A and 5A? I mean, that's been a popular topic for a number of years.
5A schools don't want that, though.
They don't. And some of the 6A schools really don't want either. They like 6A because they Then they say, hey, down the road, you get some other problems like, qualifying for the state playoffs. If you play together in regular season, do you have separate WPL playoffs, or do you just crown one 5A, 6A champion? And then you have to decide who are the 2 teams that go to the state finals or the state championships or playoffs. So, there's a lot of discussion there. I think that's still going to have to be sorted out, whether they just go with a 7-team conference or try to do something creative. We'll learn that in the weeks to come.
Time will tell. They're going to have to be creative to try to spice up the highest classification. That's for sure. Again, next week, our final halftime show, Chris and I will talk about the big picture. Now, the PIAA state playoffs. But we will continue with quarterfinals and semifinal games here in the WPIAL playoffs. Enjoy the second half. The halftime show sponsored by SE Tire and Export Tire. You can shop for tires online. Check out their Google reviews. For Chris Harlan, I'm Don Rebel. Enjoy the second half here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Laurel High School as we get ready for the second half of tonight's ball game. Laurel will be kicking off left to right on your devices here tonight. Lee, one of the stats that you were mentioning throughout the broadcast is the first downs, and Serra Catholic had 0 to Laurel's 10 in the first half.
That is just amazing. That it is a total domination. But the thing is, it's 0-0. What a kick!
Deep kick, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. 166 yards rushing to 12 in the first half for Laurel.
Hey, by the way, give a quick shout out to head Serra Catholic baseball coach Brian Dorenza.
Yes.
Tuning in, and thank you for letting me know that Farrah Fisher decommitted from Navy. I did not see that in any of the press. But he's going to go somewhere. He's too good, too good of an athlete.
I'm sure the recruiting wars have just begun again.
Yeah, and Coach, I was just saying it's baseball weather come January because I know you practice in the snow. So
he's ready for winter ball now.
Oh, he is. And Elijah Ward's going to start the second half.
So Elijah Ward with the ball as he gets across the 20 up to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the carry and bring up second down and 7 coming up here for the Eagles.
And Serra Catholic, no first downs in that first half. 159 total yards for Laurel, 7 total yards for Serra Catholic.
Amazing.
72 yards rushing for DeRosa, 71 for McCoy.
Three receiver set.
0-0.
Ward goes back to pass. He's looking right side. He's going to keep. Ducks underneath one, but he's going to throw it on the move. He's going to fall incomplete as he hit his receiver on the hands as he got knocked down.
That was Zach Weber. But again, Serra Catholic had 1 completion for for -2 yards in that first half. And interesting to see Ward. Don't know what's going on with Max Rocco, if he's hurt or playing hurt or not.
Or they're just
whatever. We're just
rotating quarterbacks.
Do not know. So Ward continues to play.
Ward,
look out.
Jump pass. He's going to get it out to Booth. Booth spins around, gets the first down of the game for Serra Catholic as he crosses the 40 and down at the 42-yard line.
Ward was down.
Ward was down.
Yeah, he got crunched at the end of that play, and that's gonna bring Rocco back in. So finally, a 24-yard gain, getting that first down. But should have been a loss, but that's the exciting play there for Javon Holt. Should have been brought down for a
Now Rocco's
loss.
back in that quarterback.
Boy, I go after Fisher right now. He's one-on-one on the outside here.
Rocco takes the snap, hands it off to Brooks Dutrell as he gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Dutrell Brooks just a couple there. I'm impressed with this Laurel defense right now. They've been really swarming the ball well. I said only one first down here for Serra Catholic. That just came here in the second half.
So Rocco will look over to the sidelines to get the signal in. He'll have 3 receivers set with a wing on the right.
Yeah, Fisher's at 6'2", and Bartley's at 5'5". I throw him a jump ball if I get a chance.
Hand off to Dutrell Brooks as he crosses the 48-yard line.
I'm sure there's you would think there's help underneath for him anyways.
Brings up a 3rd down and about 5 coming up here for Sierra Catholic.
Yeah, great crowd on hand here tonight. Serra Catholic packing their side. Laurel doing the same here.
3 wide out set. Rocker will throw it out quicker at the sticks. He'll complete it.
Think he got it.
To Holt for the first down.
Yeah, I think he got it. I was right at the sticks, but I think he got the first down.
So Javon Holt comes through, and that's a first down. The second first down of this drive, and the first 2 of the ball game here for Serra Catholic.
And this is what I was afraid of. Yeah, Serra Catholic coming out and gaining momentum after being just dominated in that first half. You know they're too good of an offensive team.
Wing to the right, 3 receivers set. Jotrell Brooks to the right of Rocco. He's going to go a quick throw out, and it's going to be dropped by Booth.
Oh, he had some room to.
He was trying to run before he made the catch. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Eagles.
Boy, that's just a bad break. He had a blocker, too.
8:59 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. We are scoreless.
Yeah, Elijah Ward's standing on the sideline without his helmet on right now. Looks like he's in some pain.
3 receivers set. Rocco back to pass, flags fly down, and they'll stop the play actually before it got started. So there must have been a dead ball foul. There must have been a false start on the offense.
They'll sort it out, that's for sure.
Dead ball, false start against the offense. That'll cost them 5. I'll put the ball back on the Serra Catholic side of the field.
Again, the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Crane Room. We see Mohawk was losing big to Stowe Rock, so it looks like the winner of this game will be taking on Stowe Rock somewhere down that way next week.
8:45 on a moving clock here in the 3rd. Rocco takes the snap. He'll fire short side of the field. He'll complete it to Holt, and he'll gain a couple on the play. And he'll bring up 3rd down and long coming up here for the Eagles.
Boy, this looks like Steeler offense. just throw it short. Yeah, 2-3 yards and
move on to the next play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that wasn't a compliment, though.
Rocco looks over the defense. 3 receivers set. He's back to pass. He's looking down the middle. Fires short side of field, completes it. Going to get the first down, and going out of bounds on the reception is Booth.
Yeah,
Booth was wide open on that crossing pattern to the sidelines.
Yeah,
there.
just simple out there. Good strong throw by Rocco.
So the 3rd first down of this drive here for Serra Catholic. Rocco back to pass again. Flushed out. He's in trouble and be brought down by Laurel.
That was Ryan DiMuccio. Calderero was back there too, but Calderero forced him over to DiMuccio. Get the sack. Big play by the Laurel Spartan defense.
2nd down and 14 coming up here.
It's the first time that Serra Catholic's been in the Laurel
side of the field
tonight.
4 receivers set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Rocco back to pass, quick throw out. He'll complete it to Holt, and he'll be pushed out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
Actually, going to say stayed inbounds. Landon Smith with the coverage. Another 4-yard gain.
Mark them out of bounds at the 31. We're down under 7 minutes here to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. You do these little quick outs, and you know the pump fake's coming.
Yeah. And we've seen last week how they can use that deep ball to their advantage.
Rocco
Wing
looks
on the
sharp,
right.
though.
Rocco back to pass. He pumps. He'll fire. Looking down the sidelines. Falls incomplete. Overshoots his intended receiver. I believe that was Holt again.
Yeah, it was Holt. Yeah, good coverage, though, by Landon Smith on that right side. And Pasquarello had the backup coverage.
So fourth down, and here comes
they'll be
the
going for
offense, exactly. On a fourth down and long. Fourth down and 10.
Yeah, Rocco tried to force that one in there. Good strong throw.
4 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Rocco's going to do a quick punt, and it's going to be partially blocked, and it's going to roll out of bounds around the 17, maybe 16-yard line. Yeah, he's going to just try to push it down inside, and one of the defenders for the Spartans were able to get his hands up and knock it down a little bit.
Yeah, Colton Hill, I don't know if you thought he did. I didn't think he so, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter. It's a 14-yard punt. Interesting decision there for Serra Catholic, so they'll get 3 first downs in that play.
So they'll turn the ball over.
Yep.
6:29 here to play in the third. We are still scoreless as the Spartans will get the ball the first time here in the second half.
Okay. I had the over-under about 60.
Now it might be 6.
Yeah.
Here's the play. DeRosa on the keeper. He's going to get out to the 19-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on the play and bring up second down and 7 coming up here for Laurel.
I mean, just look at the offense of these two squads here.
I know. But you got to be impressed how the defense of both teams have played.
So it's Serra Catholic giving up those 159 yards, but they stopped them when they needed to.
Hand off to Pasquarello as he's going to get to the 20-yard line on the end around.
Well, McCoy got away with a hold.
Bring up a third down and 6 coming up here for the Spartans.
Again, that end around's only worked once. Too much speed in the outside here. And again, here comes Laurel. That not having time to pass the ball.
Lucas Daly and Carter Haney checks in here for the Spartans.
Now, if you like defense, you're seeing a good game.
DeRosa in the pistol. Takes the snap. He's
out.
under pressure. They'll set up a screen to McCoy, and it's going to fall incomplete.
McCoy was there. He had a chance, but big number 53, Michael Shank, he does punt, but he's also a linebacker. He was in the face of DeRosa, who had to get rid of that ball just a little bit too quickly, and a 3-and-out.
So Kobe DeRosa will go in the punt formation for the first time today.
And look out now.
Yeah. Who we got back?
Javon Holt and Holt and Terrell Booth, but mostly Holt though.
Holt standing around the 50-yard line.
I kick it as far away as I can from him.
High snap, no rush. He's going to get the punt off. He'll kick it away from Holt. Bounce at the 50 and roll all the way down inside the 30. A great roll here for the Spartans down at the 29-yard line.
How about a 51-yard punt with no return? DeRosa, good job by Kobe DeRosa. He's listed at 5'11", but he used every bit of that 5'11" frame to jump up to get that ball, and then the good kick under pressure. So,
yeah, that was precarious to say the least there for the Spartans. But it turned out to their advantage with that 51-yard punt. And Serra Catholic will come back onto the field here for the second time here in the third quarter with 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, DeRosa have not completed a pass tonight.
And Elijah Wood looks like he's going to return at quarterback.
Ward looked a little shaken on that sideline, but he's coming back out, like he said. So.
3 receivers set. Hand off to Holt. And he's going to be caught in the backfield. He'll lose at least 1 on the play. And bring up second down and 11 here for Serra Catholic.
So impressed with this defense right now.
They have done a fantastic job to the 4 minutes and 35-second mark here in the third quarter.
Yeah, give credit to Ward to come back out because he really got pummeled on that play earlier.
4 receivers set. Elijah Ward back to pass. He's going to fire. Finds Fisher. Fisher makes the completion at the 35. He is brought down there.
Yeah, Ward's first completion, or actually second completion.
Third down and 4 coming up here for Serra Catholic. Almost got, yep, he did draw him off sides. He got.
It's going to be enough for a first down, too.
I think Colorado might have jumped.
It's going to be a first down for Serra Catholic.
Yep. Yeah, it was third down and 4, so now there's a first down.
So a completely different second half. Laurel with the 3 and out, and Serra Catholic with the drives now.
Yep. Ball at the 40 now. First down and 10 here for the Eagles. 4 receivers set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And it is Ward on the keeper. Ward moves outside, stays his feet, picks up 5 on the carry. And it'll bring up a second down and 5 coming up here for Serra Catholic. We're down to 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Four receiver sets, 3 to the short side of the field. Handoff will gain about 2 on the play. And it is Holt on the carry. Third down and 3 coming up here for the Eagles. 3 receiver set with a wing on the right. Shotgun here for Ward. Ward quickly throws out for Fisher. Fisher makes a nice catch that gets the first down at the 48-yard line of Laurel.
Remember, at the end of the game, we'll have announced the Melee Chiropractic play of the game. All high school student athletes during their sports season, $25 per visit to their office, includes an adjustment and are all therapies.
Ward, hand it off, goes alongside, and flag flies, makes a nice cut. Booth with the carry.
Yeah, Bartley got blocked in the back. That's coming back. That $25 per visit to their office includes an adjustment and are all therapies necessary. For full details, visit MeleeChiropractic.com. That's MAHLE chiropractic.com. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Well, that'll cost them 5 from the mark of the foul. Excuse me, 10.
Yeah, it was right around the line of scrimmage there.
Two minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We are still scoreless here in the quarterfinal game between Laurel and Serra Catholic.
What'd you say? Scoreless?
Scoreless.
Unreal.
Ward takes the snap. He'll roll out. He's looking. Downfield. He's going to let it fly, and it's going to find Fisher. Fisher's going to jump up high, come down with the ball. He's going to be short of the sticks, but he gets the ball out to the 43-yard line.
Who cares? What a play.
Well, it's fourth down. No, excuse me, third down.
Yeah, Ward's hurting. He's hurting. That left hip of his is hurting right now, but throw it up, let Fisher make a play, and that's exactly what he did.
Second down.
Bartley was all over him.
Yep.
And Fisher just jumped higher.
Yeah. They list him as an athlete, and that's exactly what he showed there.
He's an athlete.
There's no question. Ward takes the snap. Handoff to Dutrell Brooks, and he's caught up. Nice play there by McCoy coming in making that play.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier about the athleticism of Fisher.
Yeah. They list him as an athlete, no certain position on the offense. So they use him everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Originally at Monty Christian, but transferred over to
Ward's going to
Serra
roll
Catholic.
to his right. He's looking downfield, jump throw, wide open, makes the catch and gets down to the 10-yard line. Terrell Booth on the reception.
Looked like Ward was going to get sacked and found a wide open Terrell Booth deep down the field.
Similar type thing we seen last week, Lee, where Ward was able to make some time in the backfield and then able to heave the ball downfield and find an open receiver. Ward, again, rolls to his right. He's going to throw back. No, he's going to keep. Now throws, and I believe it's going to be out of bounds. No, they're going to say he caught it in bounds. Okay.
And that's Holt with the completion.
Wow. Tough to see from our angle.
Yeah.
But officials were right there. Brings up second down and about 3 coming up here.
What a play by Ward. I mean, that was a sidearm throw as he's running out of bounds. And somehow he got it to Holt, Javon Holt, along that sideline.
Little Patrick Mahomes in him.
That's quite the comparison, huh?
Yeah, well, you ever see Mahomes throw a ball just the same way every on consecutive plays?
Well, as long as you don't compare him to Baker Mayfield, that'd be a bad one.
No one can do that. Give it off to Trell Brooks. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. So Serra Catholic gets on the scoreboard with 7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And they'll come in for the point after. Aiden Collins in for the point after. Excuse me. The kick is going to be short. It's going to be blocked. And it'll be, score will remain 6-0 with 7.1 seconds remaining here.
Yeah, Caden Bauer with that kick. And I think Pasquarello got a hold of it. I think he got the piece of it and marked that one. That might be a big one.
So Serra Catholic gets on the scoreboard first. And they will now kick it off here to the Laurel Spartans. And it's time now, a gut check here for Laurel as we're about to enter the fourth quarter after this kickoff here. Yeah. Lee, trailing for the first time tonight. They've moved the ball well in the first 2 quarters of the game. In the third quarter, had less success than they did in the first half. So it's kind of a gut check time now, trailing 6-0.
Remember, at the end of the game, after the game, we'll announce the LCAP Player of the Game. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life with Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty by mobilizing and directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-sufficiency. For more information and to find out how you can assist, visit them online at lcap.org. That's lccap.org. LCAP, changing lives.
DeRosa, McCoy, and Pasquarello deep for the Spartans.
Yeah, remember that blocked extra point.
And here's the ground kick. It's going to be picked up at the 22. McCoy with it to the 30. Has room to the 40, to the 50. McCoy down close to the 40-yard line before stepping out of bounds. An excellent field position here for the Spartans as we end the third quarter. As Serra Catholic leads the Laurel Spartans 6-0. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Pontius Insurance online at pontiusinsurance.com.
As we enter the fourth quarter, 12 minutes on the clock as we enter the fourth quarter here at Spartan Stadium as the Spartans trail the Eagles 6-0. First down and 10. Low snap and is picked up there by DeRosa. He's going to roll out to his left and find trouble and be sacked back at the 50-yard line.
Boy, Max Rocco and Javon Holt just absolutely leveled him. The stiff arm I thought might get DeRosa some room, but it did not, and that's a huge 8-yard loss.
Second down and 17 now facing Laurel. DeRosa will be in the pistol.
Yeah, thanks to Joseph Marketplace earlier for sponsoring our scoring recap.
4 receivers set here for Laurel. Pasquarello goes in motion, keep by DeRosa. DeRosa gets across the 50 up to the 46-yard line. And they'll bring up a third down and long coming up here for the Spartans.
Yeah,
third down and 13.
Joseph Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the brand new cafe and bakery section. Or place a to-go order online at josephsnc.com. They've been around since 1915, and we'll give you the information about their turkey dinner special a little later on, too.
Big third down and 13 here for Laurel.
DeRosa 0 for 4 in the night.
Back to pass. He'll try to set up a screenplay, and he's going to throw it a little too far for his intended receiver in Logan Ayers. And he'll fall incomplete and bring up fourth down.
Because Farrah Fisher was in his face. No chance when you have somebody in your face like that.
So the punting unit will come on here for the Spartans.
Mohawk trailing Stowe Rocks 43-14. And how about Steel Valley, the number 1 seed in 2A, 14-12 in the third quarter against Southside Beaver.
Wow.
Again, Trib High School Sports Scoreboard Show. Check them out.
Here's a low snap. He's going to get the punt off. It's going to be a
the side
short
of his
punt,
foot,
and
though.
it's going to go out of bounds around the 30-yard line. He's going to get an even better spot than I thought. He's going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, pre-Thanksgiving dinner at Joseph's Marketplace, Thursday, November 18th. Pre-orders only. No substitutions, $11.99 plus tax. Dinner includes all your favorites: turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, yams, cornbread, and cranberry sauce, while supplies last. You can order by Monday. So, dude, please do it. $12 a meal at Joseph's Marketplace. Yeah. I wish I lived in Newcastle. I can come over though and buy a meal though
and take it home.
And I'm not leaving out of town until right before Thanksgiving. So I got time to eat it.
You do.
Yeah. So order by Monday.
First down and 10 here for Serra Catholic.
And Ward's your quarterback.
Elijah Ward back to pass. He pumps. He's going to go deep. And it is going to fall incomplete. Overshoots his intended receivers. Going to bring up second down and 10.
Kuda, Colin Bartley's been dynamite. I didn't get on him earlier, but I said he was only 5'5" or 5'6" and throw him up to Fisher. But he's been playing dynamite with these receivers tonight. Good in your man-to-man defense down there for Colin Bartley.
Second down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line.
I mean, the roster says he's 5'5", but he looks bigger.
Four receivers set here for Serra Catholic.
Rocco back in. No, that's Ward, sorry.
Ward with the carry as he goes left side, and he gets out to about the 37-yard line.
Oh, ride him cowboy. Colorado just jumped on the back and just threw him down like a bull there. Looked like you put a lasso around him and just threw him down to the ground.
Third down and 7 coming up here for Serra Catholic.
And DeRosa was on the bottom. big play here for the Spartans. Got plenty of time. Still got 9:40 left.
3 receivers set with a wing on the right. High snap, handoff to Laurel Brooks. He skips forward, gets out to the 39-yard line.
Kobe DeRosa with the play of the night right there. Well, I thought Laurel Brooks was going to get in, but DeRosa came flying out of nowhere, get the legs out from underneath him. Going to force him to punt.
9:20 on a moving clock left here in the fourth quarter as Laurel trails Serra Catholic 6-0.
Yeah, and our MVP of the first half, Michael Schenk, back in the punt.
Pasquarello single deep back to receive here for Laurel.
It almost like an Australian rules football punter, doesn't he? But he gets the job done.
Nice high
Another
kick.
nice one.
Going to bounce at the 35, roll inside the 30, and will be stopped at the 26-yard line.
Again, 35 yards, no return.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job here tonight.
He punted well last week
too. Yeah,
very little that he did.
He didn't need to that often, yeah.
And he's been.
8 minutes, 43 seconds.
They marked the ball at the 30-yard line. First and 10 here for the Spartans. 8:43 remaining here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 6.
This is when you need one of those long-consuming drives.
DeRosa will be in the pistol.
Do you realize McCoy hasn't had a carry yet here in the second half?
I was just thinking that.
Has not touched the ball.
Only on that kickoff return.
Other than that.
Yeah. Hand off to McCoy, and he'll get up close to the 32-yard line. And he'll bring up second down and 8 here for the Spartans.
Yeah, Fisher with a stop.
3 receivers set.
Yeah, this Laurel Spartan crowd just wanting to erupt. A huge crowd here.
DeRosa in the pistol. McCoy behind him in the eye. Now he'll move McCoy to his right. Pasquarello in motion, and he's going to be keeping her by DeRosa. Keeps his feet and moves forward close to the 40-yard line.
Almost. About a yard short of that first down.
And he'll bring down third down and 1 coming up here for Laurel. Got to get to the 40-yard line for this first down. McCoy to the left of DeRosa. It's DeRosa on the keeper. He's going to get the first down. Breaks a tackle. Keeps his feet. Loses control of the ball. Is it loose? It looks like Serra Catholic picked it up, and they did at the 44-yard line. Huge defensive play by the Eagles defense.
Laurel Brooks came up with the fumble. Did not see who stripped it, but DeRosa was battling for extra yards. And unfortunately got stripped of the ball. And a huge, huge turnover here for Serra Catholic.
Kobe DeRosa made extra efforts on that play to get that first down and more, and he was trying to inch out a few more extra yards, and that's when the strip happened.
Yeah, did not see who got the strip. But Serra Catholic basically a chance to put this game away right now.
7:19 remaining here in the fourth.
And Rocco back in at quarterback.
3 receivers set. Rocco rolls to his left. Keeps. He's going to be tackled from behind. He'll lose 2 on the play.
Yeah. Chased down there by Carson Allward, the junior. Rocco, no chance that Allward was back in that backfield. As soon as that ball came, Rocco was running for his life. And that's the difference with the speed between Ward and Rocco. Ward might have been able to at least turn the corner possibly, but Rocco not as quick as Ward.
Second down and 12. Three receivers set, wing on the right. Rocco will take the snap. Hand off to Laurel Brooks, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 10 coming up here for the Eagles.
Yeah, should mention, since Brian Dorenza is looking, Max Rocco is part of that baseball team, a pitcher on his baseball team.
What a shock, huh?
Yeah.
Quarterback, a pitcher.
And a pretty
imagine,
good.
I mean, I imagine he has quite a good fastball, to say the least.
Yeah, pretty good one at that.
Rocco trying to draw him off sides.
So got 10 seconds to the play clock.
Down to 5 on the play clock. High snap. Handoff to Dutrell Brooks. Goes up the middle on the draw play and gets out close to the 40-yard line. And it'll bring up a 4th down.
Interesting decision now, my friend.
Yes, it will. About 4th down and 5, and it looks like they're going to send the punt team out.
Not surprised, though. I mean, when your defense is playing as good as they are, and Laurel unable to pass the ball at all here tonight, force them to go as long as you can with 5 minutes to go in this game.
Into punt formation.
This is the time for Colorado to break loose now.
Yep. Let's see what Michael Pasquarello can do for a return here for the Spartans.
I don't think he'll have a chance with these line drive kicks.
High snap, but he gets it down. And here's the kick, and it's going to bounce inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchback.
41 yards. A good job by Shank. He's listed 5'10". So Laurel's going to go 80 yards, 4:58 to go here in this game. They're trailing 6-0. And I said they have not completed the pass. They're 0 for 5 on the night. And again, Ari, of course, I'm not a betting man, so but the over-under still 6. You said it might be 6. It's 6
right now.
It's
yeah.
6 right now. Not
originally you said 60.
I said 60. It's not even close. We got the 6 and the 0, just not together.
Yeah. Not one single number.
Let's see if Laurel what they can come up with now.
DeRosa in the pistol, takes the snap, hands it off to McCoy. McCoy has room as he's going to plow his way forward across the 25 up to the 27-yard line.
You got plenty of time, and all 3 timeouts, so no need to panic.
It'll be interesting to see if that extra point comes into play here.
Oh. Laurel had
but we got a long way to go before we have to think about that.
Yeah, Laurel had 3 chances earlier to kick field goals and chose to go for touchdowns in that first half.
In the pistol again is DeRosa. Hand off to McCoy. McCoy goes forward, gets close to the 30-yard line.
He should be short. Well, they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, I think he got it.
And my binoculars said no.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. It looks like they're going to say 3rd down and less than 1.
It can't. The ball should have been spotted at the 20, though. It has to be a first down.
Oh, they're moving the sticks
Yeah.
now. Well, they still had 3rd down on the
yeah,
sticks.
they originally didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
now they just moved
it. Has to
yeah.
be a first down.
Give to McCoy. McCoy's going to have some room here on the sidelines. Flag came out as McCoy gets all the way out to the 45-yard line, but this may be coming back.
I think they're going to get the press block went nuts up here. I think it's a false start, a holding call.
Yep, holding against Laurel.
Where was the hold? Back at the line of scrimmage?
It happened on the
31.
On the pursuit out to the right side. And marked down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, they caught Serra Catholic napping there. They got that snap off really quick. McCoy was able to get to the outside, but unfortunately for Laurel, the holding call. Whoa.
3 minutes, 55 seconds on a moving clock here in the 4th quarter.
And not just Laurel tonight. It's been both sides killing drives with penalties.
Low snap. Give to McCoy. Turns the corner. Keeps his feet and gets across the 25. Up to the 27-yard line. Second down and 13 now for the Spartans.
Yeah, if I'm Serra, I'm just putting 8 men in the box. I'm forcing the throw.
Yeah. See if they can do something.
I don't think they can.
So far tonight, that answer has been
Fisher,
unable to.
Young.
High snap off of DeRosa. The ball's loose. He gets it, but the Sierra Catholic defense all over them.
And we get
And
extra.
now we may get no, we don't see another flag come out, so they're going to let that go. However, a loss all the way back close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, a little extracurricular on both sides there. Good no call.
Yeah, they got them separated quickly, so.
The problem is it's a 10-yard
Ball
loss.
will be marked at the 17-yard line. Third down and 23 here for Laurel. Trailing by 6 here in the fourth quarter. Back to pass is DeRosa. Has time. He's rolling. He's going to throw on the move, and it's going to be incomplete. And there was no penalty on the play. And I'll bring up fourth down and punting situation here for Laurel.
And Laurel's going to be in trouble. Going to be cold here. Definitely a holding call. Everybody up here in the press box saw the grab of the shirt. But unfortunately, the official did not call it. So it's going to go down as an incompletion. And everybody in the Laurel side saw it. But unfortunately,
those that matter
no call.
do not.
So Laurel's going to come up with a big punt here. You still got 3 timeouts and still have time.
2:47 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
That's a costly no call, though.
DeRosa gets a good snap, no rush. He'll get the punt off. And ball's going to go over the head of Holt, and it'll be down at the 47-yard line.
The call comes down to this right now. Serra Catholic comes up with the first down. This game's probably going to be done.
2:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Serra Catholic will take over at the 47-yard line of Laurel.
In defense of the official, I mean, it was double coverage, and the ball was overthrown, but
if it's holding, it's holding. But here's the thing: it wouldn't be a first down because it was 4th and 23.
It was 3rd and 23. Yeah, but
Well,
still,
3rd and 23,
it's still 15 yards and another chance, though.
True.
But I'm just trying to look on the other side. Trying to look in the eyes of the official.
Yep.
And Ward's
back in at quarterback. Yep. Takes the snap.
Actually, that's not Ward. That's Fisher.
Ward. That's Fisher at quarterback in a wildcat position, and he keeps it and goes to the left side.
And here comes the first timeout.
Yep. Ponch's timeout.
Yeah, Ponch's insurance timeout. They're going to go to the sideline and try to discuss some strategy and the needs. That's what you get at Ponch's Insurance. They're going to put the attention to things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at PonceInsurance.com. Ponce Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. And we have to pick a player of the game and a play of the game.
I know.
Which I'm clueless. We might be taking votes up here on this one. We might have to ask our friend over here, Mr. Pawnee Watts, who he might pick for a player of the game and a play of the game for the Laurel Spartans.
2:31 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Serra Catholic.
Yeah, thank Maley Chiropractic and LCAP, powered by, I'm so used to saying powered by when you say LCAP. But nonetheless, here comes the big 2nd down now. That's Fisher again. Actually, that's not Fisher.
That's Booth. And takes to the left-hand side. He's going to pick up a couple on the play.
There's the 2nd timeout.
That was Booth on the direct snap. Going to bring up 3rd down, about 8 coming up here for Serra Catholic. Serra Catholic. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, interesting. Holt Sr., Booth Sr., put the balls in the hands of the seniors.
Exactly.
Even though Ward is a junior, but they're running that wildcat.
So this is the ball game here on 3rd down.
Yeah, you have
to come through. If they get the first down, this game will basically be over.
Pretty much.
Barring a miracle-type play. Call ahead and reserve a seat After the game, only a few minutes up the road at Wilmington Road in Neshannock, your place to order or curbside pickup, dinner, homemade desserts, or even a crawler to go at 724-656-1553 for the Crane Room.
Q-Sauce. Q-Sauce wings.
There you go. Third down and game, let's call it.
And
I think that might be Ward.
I cannot tell.
Might be Fisher. Can't see from this angle.
No, I think it's Holt.
Holt? Okay.
It's Holt.
It's Holt. He's going to keep. He's looking downfield to look like he may throw the ball, but he is going to throw the ball, and it's complete. No, incomplete.
Oh,
he had Booth at the 23-yard line.
Oh, boy, what a throw. What a throw by Javon Holt.
Wow.
On the run.
Do we have a flag
We have a flag on the play.
Illegal man downfield.
If it's only 5 yards, I'm declining it. They are going to decline
it and bring up fourth down.
If it was 10 or 15, then I might consider. So Laurel will get the ball back.
Yep.
And they saved the timeout, which is the important thing.
They get that basically a timeout because of the incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's the important thing. But again, Laurel has not completed a pass all night. They're 0 for 5.
Pasquarello deep to receive. Shanks to punt the ball away. Here's the pressure. He gets the kick off.
What a kick.
And it's going to roll inside the 10-yard line. All the way down to the 4. Wow.
MVP, my friend.
Here's our player of the game. In a lot of ways.
Yeah, but
I know.
Yeah, Mr. Dotson wants us to give
it
to Laurel, which I understand.
Yeah, we are Lawrence County station,
yeah, I know.
So it's totally understandable.
Okay, MVP.
Special teams has been huge tonight.
Yeah.
You cannot not salute what he's done tonight.
96 yards with 2:07.
Here we go.
Actually, they marked it to 7, so 93 yards.
DeRosa.
0 for 5 in the night completions. And now it's prevent time, my friend.
DeRosa on the keeper. Goes up the middle, has some room, gets across the 15 up to the 16-yard line. They'll go quickly to the line.
They gave him the first down.
And they'll stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains.
Boy, they're not in a hurry. Got to get this place.
Down a minute 53 on a moving clock. DeRosa back to pass. He'll fire. Has a man open, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, he had him open. Like you said, Lucas Davis was along that sideline.
Brings up second down and 10. That incomplete stopped the clock with 1:43 remaining.
That's really the first time we've seen a receiver open.
Open, exactly. So they look to the sidelines for the signal on the play. Second down and 10 here for the Spartans.
Yeah, you wonder if the middle of the field would be open.
Yeah. How to get the ball in the hands of McCoy. You
Like
hand it
that.
to him. And they read it, and they get him down.
Oh, Dutrell.
Drell Brooks, I was going to say, jumped into the backfield and made a huge play.
But we got an injured Serra Catholic player, and he's going to get up now. I guess Laurel called a timeout, I believe.
Third down, 12 coming up here.
Yeah,
you had to use your timeout there if you're Laurel.
I believe Blair Brown was the one that was hurt, but Dutrell Brooks made it just an awesome play.
So 93 seconds remaining. Laurel is now out of timeouts and facing a third down and 12.
Yeah, the story of this game right now is the missed opportunities in the first half by Laurel because they completely dominated the Serra Catholic Eagles.
Yeah.
159 yards to 7, but could not come up with any points.
3 times in the red zone, 3 times the Eagles defense came up big.
You know, unfortunately, I set it down in the during halftime. If Serra Catholic scores,
yeah,
it could be over. And right now, but they still got a chance here.
4 receiver set here for DeRosa. McCoy in the backfield to his right.
Need the first down right now. It should put in the clock properly right now. See what they move it to. It's at 1:33.
I think they want 1:36 on the clock. 1:46. Okay.
That's even better.
So going to be 1:36 remaining.
They got 3 seconds anyways.
So DeRosa looks over to defense. 4 receivers set. Back to pass. Has a man open, completes it. And he gets the first down and out of bounds around the 28-yard line.
First completion of the night. Logan Ayers with the completion. And a flag late flag on Serra Catholic for taunting, I think.
That'll be a personal foul against the defense.
Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. They either got Detrell Brooks or they got Javon Holt. Said something.
Yep. Said the magic words, whatever they may have been.
Possibly words we cannot use on the air. Do not know.
And
but something was
off 15
something
yards.
was either said or a taunting call, something like an unsportsmanlike call. So
brings the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line. 1:30 remaining.
Remember that one.
That third down pass, first completion of the ball game there for Laurel, I believe.
Yep, 17-yard completion.
And then a 15-yarder on top of that.
Hope still here at Laurel.
We're going to have movement against Laurel. As this will be a false start, they'll lose 5 and bring up a first down and 15 now. And move the ball back to the 40-yard line.
Both teams all night.
Yeah.
And the good thing is the clock's not running.
Two receivers left, 2 right.
Yeah. Serra Catholic's changed their defense around. They got 4 linebackers now. Instead of 8 men in the box, I mean, they're really playing that prevent now.
Back to passes DeRosa. He's looking downfield. Jump throw. And it's caught by McCoy and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Huge play there by Luke McCoy coming down with that ball.
And give him the first down.
That'll stop the clock as they move the chains. 1:22.
What a play.
And the clock now begins.
What a play by Kobe DeRosa. Scrambling for his life. Was able to get enough on that
out
throw.
of bounds, so the clock is actually stopped.
Yeah, he was out of bounds.
Okay, I didn't know if they gave him that or not.
Yeah, the NFL, he would have been in. The clock would have been running, but here in high school, they got him out.
It's McCoy on a direct snap. Makes a nice move, gets down to the 40, slips down to the 38-yard line.
Interesting call. A wildcat
Picks up 7 on the play.
They had 2 plays called, I hope.
DeRosa. We're down to 1:05.
The fans getting impatient here.
Yeah, you got to go quick. We're under a minute. DeRosa back to pass. He fires. He completes it. Gets out to the 30. Down to the 25 and out of bounds goes Logan Ayers.
What a smart play by Logan Ayers, too. Getting out of bounds on the completion. Could have turned up and maybe get a couple more, but nope. Let's get the
stop the
out
clock.
of bounds, stop the clock with a heads-up play.
51 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
What a heads-up play by
timeout
senior.
taken here by the Eagles.
The Pontius Insurance timeout. Remember, this drive started at the 7-yard line.
We're just outside the red zone. And when they enter it, make sure you go to the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your sporting apparels. Check them out online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone.
How much time was left on the clock, Ron, when they took over? If you don't mind me asking.
2:07.
2:07, that's what I thought. Okay, 2:07 left on the clock. with one timeout. Remember that one timeout, too.
Yes.
How big that was.
The third down completion and the 15-yarder on top.
And on top of that, yes.
Big plays, but they're not there yet. Ball at the 23-yard line.
So can the miracle happen here at Laurel High School?
DeRosa with 4 receivers set. He'll bring one in motion from right to left. Hand off to Ayers, and he's going to throw the ball. He has a man open. Flags are flying. Touchdown, Laurel!
No, he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh! Beautiful call by Coach Cooper and his staff. And it sold it perfectly, but we had flags throughout the play.
Carter Haney had it, but when he came down, the ball just came loose. I think we have it.
It's a
holding call in Serra Catholic.
Yeah.
Perfectly thrown ball. Haney had it, fell, and unfortunately just dropped it.
Well, they get 10 yards on the penalty. 43.3 seconds remaining.
As you had heard, the press box thought it was a touchdown, but I saw the ball come out. It was a good call.
13, ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, was he open?
DeRosa in the pistol.
Now
it's going to be McCoy. McCoy takes the snap, and he goes forward, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Oh, Javon Holt, another big
They're going to have to move quick here, down to 36 seconds.
Get plenty of time. You don't have. You still got time.
4 receivers set, down to 25 seconds. Here's the snap. DeRosa fires, completes it.
Now you're in trouble.
And now out to Haney.
They're trying to say it was
down
incomplete.
To 15 seconds.
It was complete.
They're gonna,
Here he comes.
Here he goes. They're going to ground the ball here with 6.7 seconds. So they're going to have one play on 4th down into the end zone to try to tie this game up.
Well, remember, they do not have to get the end zone. You can still get a first down about the 4-yard line.
There's only 6.7 seconds left.
I know.
You
can't
be short. You have to go to the end zone.
I understand that. But if
you have to go to the end zone.
If it comes up short, though, the clock will stop in order to get set up. Just saying if he gets short. I'm not saying that's the play you need to do.
I know. Here we go. 4th down. DeRosa rules to his right. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked, and this game is going to end on a play by Javon Holt in the backfield as he preserves the shutout here for Serra Catholic as they're going to come away with a 6-0 victory here in Laurel over the Spartans.
And this Laurel crowd stunned.
So close.
What a game.
What a game is right. There's the play of the game. Unbelievable there for Serra Catholic as they came all the way back. They bend but did not break this entire game defensively. Serra Catholic 4 stops on 4th down in this game. 3 in the first half, 1 here at the end of the ball game, Lee. And what a performance for them to get this shutout on the road. All right, let's take a timeout as we head to the Tri-County Principals post-game show. You're listening and watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park, Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Welcome back here to Spartan Stadium tonight as the Laurel Spartans fall in the quarterfinals here in the 2A championships to Serra Catholic, 6-0. A game we thought coming in we're going to see lots of points on the scoreboard between these two competing schools, but in the end, only one touchdown by Dontrell Brooks out from 5 yards out in the third quarter, and that was towards the end of the third quarter, and that was really the ball game. And I'm not speechless, but it was just a lot to take in and how this game transpired.
Yeah, first time these two schools ever met in a football game, too. And, boy, they put on a classic here at Laurel High School. Laurel had their chances. I mean, they had plays in the first half.
Well, they had 3 drives that went inside the red zone.
11-play drive at 54 yards, a 13-play at 43 yards, a 15-play and 45 yards. The first one ended at the 15. The second one ended at the 2, and the third one ended at the 1.
Yeah.
In the third down, they chose not to go for field goals, but to go for touchdowns. Serra Catholic, held them all every time. They were outgained in the first half, 159-7. Came out in the second half and held Laurel, and then that one drive, they went 71 yards. Was able to get the 5-yard run by Dontrell Brooks, and the backup, Elijah Ward, came out. Yeah. And the 5'10 junior, who's also on the basketball team for the Serra Catholic team, but he's going to have to wait a little bit longer to play basketball because the basketball practice is going on. But sorry, he's going to be a little bit busy.
Field. Yeah,
a little bit busy because they're going to be playing Stowe Rocks next week in the semifinals. So, but Laurel, what a time! I mean, they had 2:07 left on the clock, 7-yard line, one timeout,
with their backs up
and
against.
They're within an inch of winning, at least tying the game.
Exactly.
With
what a great call too on that end around throw, and
44. There would have been 44 seconds left as Logan Ayers threw the halfback option. The Carter Haney looked like Carter Haney came down with the reception. Everybody in the press box going nuts, but then the ball came out as he hit the ground. But then you got the the defensive pass interference, so they have 2 more chances to get the ball in the end zone, and unfortunately could not. So great game.
Javon Holt coming from behind to get the final play of the ball game on the sack of Kobe DeRosa to end the ball game. But an amazing season here for the Laurel Spartans. I'm very proud, very heartbreaking ending to a very proud program, but what an amazing season they have had.
Yeah, one loss, and unfortunately it's here in their last game of the year. But like you said, it's been a great year. And Kobe DeRosa and Luke McCoy. Luke McCoy broke the all-time rushing record here at Laurel High School. 9, 12, 13, 19, 20. I got him for 99 yards, but hopefully Ron's got him for 100, I hope.
Yeah.
But that's what I have him for anyways. So, but a great season by this Laurel Spartan team. So I guess we got to hand out a couple awards. I'll go first here. The LCAP Player of the Game Award. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership proud to present our Player of the Game Award to Kobe DeRosa of the Laurel Spartans. LCAP and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Kobe for tonight's Player of the Game. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's Player of the Game. To view the full list of this year's Players of the Game, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Player of the Game. Congratulations to Kobe DeRosa for being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, changing lives.
And tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game goes to Logan Ayers.
Yeah,
Melee Chiropractic.
Real quick, that great third down catch at the 30-yard line somehow
kept the drive alive here with the last 2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Or you can even go with a one down here with stepping on at the 20. But anyways.
Either one was truly fantastic.
We'll go with the first one.
Melee Chiropractic of Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Logan Ayers for tonight's Play of the Game. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game will also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on the Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and full list of this season's top plays, go to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Logan Ayers, tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And unfortunately, I think that's going to do it here for the fall sports season for Lawrence County, because Mohawk was losing, and I believe Shenango was also losing. Shenango, losing 42-7 to Bishop Canevin. Newcastle losing 38-20 to Bell Vernon right now. So that looks like we're going to be done for the fall sports season.
It's been a fun season.
It's been a successful one, hasn't it?
It has. It's so many people have been involved here with LC Sportsnet to make this possible. And tonight's broadcast, our camera operator, Ashley Hatula, and our producer was Aaron Vigiano. Lee Moans, my partner. I'm Tim Continental, wishing you all a wonderful good evening. Our final score, Serra Catholic 6, Laurel Spartans 0, here in the quarterfinals of the WPIAL Championships. All right, we'll talk to you next time right here on LC Sportsnet. Good night, everybody.